Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of triangle strategy, and we are here in chapter 16. You know, the plot's really thickening up now. The gravy is starting to settle into its final form, and you know, obviously we know how the game kind of goes, but we're going to be able to take a different final path. But that's after this chapter.
Reopen trade with us.
King Roland is truly a man of his word.
Furthermore, during the battle for the Crown City, our forces sustained nary a scratch.
I believe this is the same scene that we would have seen
we could
before.
not have asked for a more auspicious outcome.
An outcome that would not have been possible without the Elfric we supplied them. Still, Minister Serenoa and House Wolford must be given credit for aiding in our victory.
Minister Exham, how strange to hear you lavish such praise upon another.
Scarcely trustworthy.
I am only speaking truth. Leaving Minister Serenoa in Glenbrook's hands is unwise.
I agree. As one of the Saintly Seven, he belongs here with us.
Of course. We shall bring him under our thumb. The Holy One has plans for the young lord. Making him our creature has the added benefit of bringing his entire domain under Hyzantian rule.
But I doubt His Majesty will be so willing to part with him.
Oh, indeed.
Yep.
And yet King Roland owes
Once
us
again,
a great
Hyzant
debt,
insists on immediately manipulating
which will be all the
outcomes.
greater after we help him rebuild the Crown City.
They're like, remember when we said we would help you because it was the right thing to do and we liked you?
We will so
Well,
overwhelm him with
time to call in a
generosity,
favor.
he will be unable to refuse us anything.
So, you mean to seize Glenbrook as well, Minister Edor? Somehow I am unsurprised.
Yeah, somehow.
I seek nothing more than to spread the goddess's grace and wisdom to Glenbrook and even Esfrost, until her divine
Just imagine this
protection
guy
shelters
sings.
Norzelia in its entirety.
He's like, I just want to protect people. Hey, Ellie. Good afternoon.
That is what the goddess desires, and therefore what the Hierophant desires as well.
As they look to the tent, which totally contains a person. Alright, let's do the Roland character story, because he might get... No, it'd be like Benedict who probably gets mad
here.
At us choosing Frederica's, actually, but we'll see.
There's hardly a better place to become lost in one's thoughts. Don't you agree?
But we got 8 of these, so we gotta churn through. Not
suppose.
least because they're interesting.
However, if aught weighs on your mind, it may serve you better to turn to a friend.
But also, you know, you don't want to get too far ahead of him. 8's a lot already.
Then let me ask, do you believe me too immature for my station?
Yes, technically yes. But, Roland, this is a world in which I assume is like our own, so you probably have had babies be a king before. Actual human babies. So, I guess, by that standard, Roland, you're fine.
Not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Serenoa lied.
But the other nobles loved to gossip of my disinterest in politics and intrigue, and mocked my love of hawking.
Oh no. Not mocking your love of hawking, Roland.
You said it yourself. Gossip and sniping, nothing more.
You know, I can't help that I don't like him. I literally can't help it.
Pay no mind to nobles and their petty judgments.
The game doesn't
People who
make you
matter,
want to like
your
him.
subjects hold you dearly in their hearts.
Does it? I don't know. Maybe this is the thing about, like, being the person I am. You know, I can't really imagine what it would be like to be different. Who can? Not me. So, like, maybe somebody without character assassinating this hypothetical person. Maybe somebody out there is like, you know who I like? Roland in Triangle Strategy. That guy's good. Because the world's a big place, and plenty of people like people that are worse than Roland. But, like, in my view, he's just put into the game to show us, here's how you can make the wrong choice every time.
Stories abound of their love for you.
Which, again, doesn't make him unqualified to be king. In fairness to the place that he's the king of, you know, the king there doesn't have a lot of responsibilities, right? He's got corrupt nobles to do all that. And then Roland gets in charge and suddenly is mad at the corrupt nobles that are doing all this stuff. And I'm like, well, this is like why your laziness was permitted in the first place. Very dumb mechanic. Exactly. And it would be more forgivable if Serenoa was like that, because it's like a minor holding right,
Hey,
and,
go
you know,
peddle
that
your
he could
junk somewhere
grow
else.
into, appreciate it, but, like, Roland just gets his obligations, and very realistically for a guy like him, doesn't live up to the obligations in them at all. Which is good storytelling. You shouldn't have a character like Roland who suddenly, you know, becomes, like, wise and thoughtful. I mean, you can if that's his story, but it's clearly not where his is going at any point.
And why would I do that, my good sir? I see no reason to forego such a bustling avenue simply to please a stranger.
A stranger? You're posted in front of my damn shop. You're stealing my customers from right under my nose.
Oh, I am? I'm not sure your lack of customers could be blamed on me. Surely the proprietor bears some responsibility for...
What bickering is this?
None of your business, whelp. Now leave us to our negotiations.
Prince Roland, is that really you?
A prince, you say? Well,
A distinguished gentleman such as yourself must be mortified to have your customers bear witness to this childish bickering.
Mortified.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. My temper got the best of me.
And you, merchant. If you mean to trade in Glenbrook, I trust you have procured the proper licenses and approvals.
Oh, hit him with the licenses and approvals. Hit him with the administrative state of Glenbrook. He's gonna be paying Patriot. He's not gonna be paying you.
well, the process takes
No,
some
I know
days,
here
you
he's not
see.
saying, I want your
Pardon,
money.
Your
He's
Highness.
being like, you're probably not even allowed to be here, according to my corrupt officials, who don't
Your
really work
business
for
shall
me.
have to wait some days, it seems. Shall I summon a member of the King's Guard to explain the law in detail?
No, there'll be no need of that, Highness. I'll just be on my way.
Thank you, Prince Roland. Come visit any time, and I'll let you have your pick of my wares.
Serena's like, don't you remember that one time that you resolved a dispute?
Your place has always been with your people. You could walk down the main avenue and settle disputes with a single word.
Because they're afraid that you could get them, like, chopped up by... To be fair, the legitimate arm of the state here. But it's still, like... Yeah, they really like you. You could settle disputes by showing up. It's like, well, they know they have to act right if he's there. Because he can literally call the guards, and they're going to show up. And they'll do what he says. But, you know... Serenoa's view of state violence is very rosy, right? Because his father is a great man who never makes a compromise about hurting people, right? You don't get a single story like that about him at all. It's just like what a total bro he was, how reliable he was, how he sheltered the Roselle, how he was always the one who was, you know, brave and all of that, you know, very, very lauded by everybody, right? The reason Benedict secretly hates him, right, which is not known to us in the story here, is not at all like the kind of sovereign that he is for his lands, or what kind of vassal he is to his king. Of course, it's what we would call like like a sociological criticism.
Don't tell me you were watching. They were petty arguments, nothing more.
All that is to say,
As petty as they might have been, you were happy to do it. What better proof of royalty is there than that?
one of the problems that Serenoa gets from this upbringing, right, is because his father is so good, and his father is the arm of violence that he's familiar with, Serenoa is inclined to think that this is the way of the world. And it is not. So while one of Lord Simon's subjects may go to him and not be, like, afraid to see him if he's done nothing wrong, people are afraid to see the king or prince of Glenbrook, even if they've done nothing wrong. And Serenoa doesn't get that. Because he doesn't identify that anywhere we go. He doesn't see it in Hyzant till you're at the source. He's a very naive guy. And that's why I like Serenoa.
But it wasn't because I was wise that I solved their problems.
Hey, well, at least
It was
Roland
my
knows
name
that.
and status that let my words wait.
As I criticize him, at least he immediately says it.
How do you imagine a kingdom with not a single dissatisfied soul would look?
That's a difficult thing to imagine.
Indeed. I suppose the best one can hope for is to do what we can. While we can.
Well, we can start envisioning such a nation. That one day we might build it. Together.
It's like, yeah, this is my good one. Like, Roland's a nice guy. Why shouldn't he be a king?
I like the sound of that. No doubt the answers we seek lie ahead. So long as we stay honest with ourselves. And so long as we work together. You and I, Serenoa.
It's like, yeah, because you're the one that's actually reliable between the two of us. So if you're around, I know I can rely on you. That's all of Roland's character stories. As long as you're around. Yeah, sure, Roland. Roland, in the history books, they're going to call you Roland the Credulous.
Yes, my lord. This is all the cargo we were able to carry.
Because your descendants got mad that Roland the Gullible got scribbled everywhere, and Credulous was better.
Our comrades at the mine should be putting the final touches on everything right about now.
And why is no one telling me what is happening? I don't even know what cargo you are hauling.
Yeah, I think when we got to this scene, because I believe this is in chapter 16 regardless, I was like, who are these people?
We're only following Archduke Gustadolf's orders, my lord.
Yes, I understand that. Stop your sniveling.
Oh, this sounds even worse. That's true.
Perhaps you may have
clearly
heard
worse
the Archduke has
epithets.
summoned me to Ironstone. This may be the last time I serve at this fort. As such, I would like to show my appreciation for everything you've done. Do you have a moment?
The sentiment is appreciated, my lord, but the Archduke insisted we make haste.
And did he also insist you spit in the face of his uncle's generosity?
No, my lord. Of course not. I meant no disrespect. We shan't refuse your gracious offer.
Come with me.
Don't think about that guy that may or may not have fallen down.
Can all that cargo truly be naught but iron ore? I suppose I shall have to find out what it is for myself.
Svarak thinks. He's like, alright. Just one roast goose, and then they're out of here, though. Oh yes, the Benedict story. This will illuminate some things, perhaps.
All right, lads and lasses, lay down your arms. Let your bruises remind you of the lessons learned today.
Ah, what fortuitous timing. I still owe you for the drinks from the other evening. I wondered if I might treat you tonight.
I know it's like to point out a board, but I cannot ever help but think, ooh, she's a wizard!
Apologies, lass, but I've got places to be. Perhaps another time.
Or maybe she is a wizard.
He seemed troubled by something. Perhaps I'm overthinking it.
Let us end our day's work here.
It is early, is it not? Is something amiss?
No, nothing at all. Just my attention is required elsewhere for a time.
Elsewhere? Curious.
How many have you had?
Not enough. Just one for you, I take it.
Yes.
Went by in a flash. Can you believe it's been 30 years?
The time has escaped us. The memory of that day, however, I doubt ever will.
Flashback. 30 years ago during the Saltire War.
Thrice damned, can't move. Always thought I'd meet my end with a beautiful lass by my side.
You have many days ahead of you yet, Eridor. We will see you returned home.
Hey, look at that! A young Benedict.
Don't try to run, you curs!
Leave me be. I'll just slow you down.
Oh, look at him. What a draw. I bet in a tavern brawl no one bites like him. It's not fair, he's nice.
It was my cursed pride that got us into this. Only I should suffer for it. We don't all need to die today. Run!
Even in the face of death, you refuse to set aside your foolish pride. I followed you into this hell of my own will, and I will see you delivered from it.
So you never realized the Alfred Young versus character cards? Neither did I. I just thought to hit it because I'd been hitting it more often, because, you know, sometimes it's nice to look at them when they're doing the talking, and I was like, oh, yeah, maybe do it here.
You fool!
Because we definitely didn't do it for the Roland flashback. It might well have looked a little different.
Charge!
Come and die.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
That would have been it for us, had Lord Simon not met their charge in time.
Aye, and the only punishment for my pride were these aches that keep me awake at night.
We hungered for glory all those years ago.
A couple of would-be heroes who couldn't be convinced they weren't invincible.
Yet here we are, drinking, to celebrate the end of that war. I do not wish to reminisce upon the past. A toast that I may never again repeat the mistakes of my youth. But before that...
Yeah?
You have served House Wolfort well, Eridor. That said, I have a feeling we'll need your sturdy shield even more going forward.
You need me to lead a charge? I'm your man. I'll leave anything fancier than that to you.
Eridor. What a tank, right? Like, what a great tank character.
For House Wolfort.
Pum, pum, pum. Ah, this map. I have a feeling we'll do fine, though. Because I've got a much better grasp than I had, 30 hours ago or whatever in game time we were here on how to get things accomplished, And having access to, more abilities lends itself there.
Were those the only ones?
Because we could just, Julio, Izana, and, a whole lot of problems just get solved. It almost feels too cheap. But I'm like, hey, if my girl can make a lightning bolt strike underground, why shouldn't she do it?
I do not understand.
We can obviously make it rain.
There were far more soldiers here when I came scouting.
They've mined more since the last time we were here.
Likely that's the case. But navigating these twisted tunnels ain't gonna be fun.
Indeed. The enemy may be waiting to ambush us around any corner.
Is the enemy here right now?
I advise we familiarize ourselves with the nearby tunnels before we head any deeper into the mine, Lord Serenoa.
Agreed. Let's take care to cover our tracks while we look around.
Not in unison. Very important. Gotta be on the same page. It appears they put a lot of effort in the mines, yes. Yes, I remember how they work, not in a way that'll be useful. But I do remember that ladder guy is going to be super clutch, because we're going to be able to set up the trap and ride the cart through. We're going to get a double kill on the left. It's going to be excellent. We're going to crunch it. We're going to have a time. And we probably got the items here, but, we'll look around a little bit. Item ability? Yeah, it should be. Because if we get, here, then it'll be able to get here. And if we ride him down to over here, then it'll be able to get anything up here. It's 5 different, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This should be good for the bottom level too. So there would be a number of ways to get it. Not sure the best way to get him over there. We'll work on it. Doesn't make any sense. They should be at the mine. It's true. We're gonna say perhaps they're luring us into a trap. It's just a dream. What should be done with the mines now? We'll use it to rebuild the kingdom. And he says, we'll be able to do it ourselves? Well, yeah, obviously. Look, there'll be a profit motive. I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody after Gustadolf is gone. I assume you get to fight Gustadolf if you take Roland's path, which is super annoying, because, like, for all that Heisen's just the worst, it would be nice to be able to fight him without getting on their side. You know, why can't I hit both of them? Alrighty. You know, we've familiarized ourselves with the terrain. Are we gonna disarm the explosives now? No, that would make sense. He says, I got a bad feeling about this.
Benedict, these spheres everywhere. Unless I'm mistaken, they're explosives.
Yes, a means Lord Dragan devised for breaking through the bedrock. They aren't as powerful as blast crystals, but they are simple to set and can be manipulated to go off at the same time.
Benedict, you've only seen the two blast
whatever
crystals.
charges are left, my lord.
One up close and then one far away. He's like, I would compare him to the most powerful explosive we've ever seen, ever.
I do not
Not
find
to
it
some
strange
other
that there are explosives
amount of
in a
power.
mine. Only that they have been left here.
Indeed. As deadly as they are, one would hope they were stored more safely.
Yeah, you tell him, Frederica.
You'd think the miners would have put them at the far end of the tunnel if they meant to use them.
But they're everywhere, along the whole length.
If they were to detonate, the entire tunnel would collapse.
And they must
Exclamation
have been
marks.
left here on purpose.
Bum bum bum.
Intruders! Get them!
Yes, Frosty
Get
Army.
me? No, you don't get me. I get you. You don't get me. I walk out on you. Yeah, all that can wait. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum.
The Frosty mean to seal off the mine.
Do not let them through the tunnel. Kill them.
But this is House Wolfort we're up against, Commander.
You think I don't know that? The battle won't be easily won. But if we've the metal to use our explosives, victory may cost us our lives, but we can take those Wolfort curs with us. For Esfrost, for an end to Hysantian tyranny. We must blockade the mines. Soldiers, make ready. Aye!
This is a terrible idea, bro.
No, they don't mean to.
They would blow the tunnel at the cost of their own lives?
Bad bastards. Still, fleeing is out of the question. I mean, to show you just how useful I can be, Lord Wolfort.
Your aid is most welcome, Travis.
I don't know why, but Travis is the funniest name that we get in the game to me. Because it's just like such a... This is not a fantasy character name. You know, I went to school with a dude called Travis. You know? I guess Anna, but I mean, Anna's a very... you know, fantasy appropriate name anyway. I mean, all of these are real names. I mean, who among us doesn't know about 15 Archibalds? Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Oh, because he's in the timeline, he's required here. That's right. I remember that they had that for Church at the time. Alright, so how do we find the spots here?
Understood.
For what we want to do?
Understood.
Alright, so we got... So if we get Barrel Baby, that's the whole stack, and we don't get Benedict. We can drop Trish, though. It would be cool to have the two of them together to see if they have dialogue or whatever. And, I mean, Trish is quite solid. You know, she can leap and stuff, so she'll be able to close a lot of distance, and I do want her for that. You know... Not bringing Eridor feels like it'll be fine. Because, you know, it just seems like, you know, due to the way this map is, we shouldn't have big blob fights happening that much. And so Eridor's real thing to, like, provoke and lock down a thing doesn't seem like it'll be that advantageous. But I think this will be fine. Ladder Guy, who will also be able to provide turrets and stuff, but Ladder Guy is totally crucial for the early turn here. Because Yulio and Azana can just, like, lay an absolute beat down on the whole map while we're hanging out here. I don't know how strong Barrel Baby is here. We'll try it, though, because I love the little guy. We'll try to get the value. Yeah, it's a pretty rough one. It's the name of the town in Family Guy.
Seal off the mines, whatever it takes.
Remember not on your turns on tracks? Yeah, and to not be on the track when we're doing a lightning bolt.
Destroy our enemy, so be it. Detonate the charges and let them rot in pieces among the iron.
We've no hope if they set off the explosives. Do not take this lightly. They're willing to martyr themselves to defeat us.
Breaks your heart to see them throw away their lives like worthless trinkets. We owe it to their parents to beat some sense into their thick skulls.
So it comes to battle. I've got it.
Desperate soldiers sure do make for easy marks.
You're not a thief anymore. If you do anything to tarnish the Wolfort name...
Hey, what kind of second-rate goon do you take me for? I don't make mistakes, ever.
Ever.
Your orders?
And then he sprints into the trap. No. Alright, he didn't go into the trap. Alright, I think the last time we tried it, we did a slightly different order. It's fine. This is still going wonderfully. Yes, point me at him.
Perfect opportunity.
Exactly, Ellie. Don't make mistakes. You're like, this body... I mean, he's dressed like a prince.
The rest of you, keep going. Blow up the tunnel and seal off the mines.
Damn! We need to hurry before the explosives go off.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Now I end this.
My turn.
Fortunately, he goes to the hit on Ian's, which means this next cart charge is going to get to go in.
I'll do my best.
Oh, Piccoletta, I know you will. No one does their best more than Piccoletta, right? And I'm not just saying this because I love her, although I do. Like, I actually think, you know, for all that I'm like, such and such the strongest, or such and such, like, I actually think Piccoletta, on her own, represents, like, the greatest possible battlefield influence of any single character in the game. She's, I think, actually like a good head and shoulders better than anybody else's. Decoy is tremendous for funneling the enemy, for slowing the tempo. It's actually bonkers how good Decoy is, and you get it like the second you get her. If it was like a capstone legendary ability that took like 5 TP, it would still probably be super good. My girl. She's awesome.
I shall do what I can.
And here we haste Zana Julio.
I'll take it from here.
We'll moment of truth her, which means on her next turn, she'll get to the 5th one, and this is like the order to do it in, right?
Me. Commencing calculations. Level up.
Level up. Ah, Barrel Baby. What a tremendous guy. And the thing is, too, is Decoy is good on every single mission.
I'll give it my best.
No matter what. It's better than regular good.
Sorry.
Well, that didn't work so well.
Time to work.
We didn't want to call the carts because, of course, we wanted to do this.
Suffer.
Suffer, the great song by the Mountain Goats. The chorus goes, of course, as we all know, I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna make you suffer. It's so good live. It's so good. It's not like the best Mountain Goat song to sing in a room full of a lot of other people. That would be cut off their thumbs number 2, which never gets played live anymore. That one, the chorus goes, of course, I'm gonna kill everybody in this room. I'm gonna kill everybody in this room, which is the best thing that like 300 people can sing at the same time. For my money, the actual most fun you can have while singing. And we're gonna throw a poison here, yes,
This
just
hurts.
to finish that fella
I feel
off.
Stronger already. Behold true power.
4 to 7 turns. But now it is time to
I must put an end to this
kick it up.
bloodshed. Ready for battle.
And doing this now is likely to be the most important time, although abstractly, no, we should save it. Because specifically in tandem, because this could be one where if we're getting about time to have an explosive, we could move somebody to the next turn, light wave them over. I think we should probably save the Quietus for, you know, the needs there. And we're gonna just...
Let's make trouble.
make it double! And he rides over here, which is, you know, a choice. Piccoletta gets hit pretty hard, but not hard enough to be a problem. And we're just going to run over here. Hit him with the delay.
For my kith and kin.
Oh yeah, Leap's great.
What should I do?
And when Ziggurat gets exploded, I know, because it's percentile as well. So if a boss pops it, like, they're gonna lose like 100. It's so good. And rather than heal here, we're going to come for the damage. Serenoa gets that big follow-up. This is the only guy that's in range for her here.
Shall we begin?
He's poisoned, and then we can go here, hit a Sanctuary. No, just a regular level 1 cured will do just fine.
My growth is plain to see.
Whatever it takes.
And he'll just wait because he's about to give her 4 TP next turn, which is going to let us slide in another one. It's going to be great. We're going to toss this guy right here.
This one'll hurt. Ah.
And he'll wait, and we should be able to get somebody... Oh, no, not quite.
Your orders? Shadows conceal me.
It's time. These work.
And they just try to go forward there, and then we'll push them into the path of the track. Trish is on the track right now, but I don't... There we go. I was actually like, so that hit him, not them. It only hit a couple of them. Not the guy with regen. Yes, the Elite Blade, which gets him into a much more decent thing. Alright, we've got 34 turns there, and what? So there, yeah, easy peasy. Defuse the explosive, and then... Well, she's still perfectly healthy and not really in much danger. She also has the jump to just pop down here, which seems good. Gets her off the tracks. And I'm not too worried about this other guy doing too well. We need to be able to get over there soon, but Anna will be able to move over there. Oh my goodness! 382.
I'll take it from here.
But then Yulio tosses a 4-stack back to Izana, because these two are a match made in heaven, right?
In the honor of House Wolfort.
They're strong by themselves, but they are stronger together. Alright, can we... Alright, well, he's poisoned, so at 42 would he go down? Well, at 12 he definitely will.
Here I go.
Alright, we can... This guy weak to anything? No.
Hope you're ready.
This will make him very dead, probably, but hey, what are you gonna do? He's showing House Wolfort what he can do.
Setting. Ready or not?
Yikes. Alright, speaking of... Not so good. Not so good. Definitely looking like a fail state here.
I shall do what I can.
Definitely looking like a failure.
Make the most of this.
Our victory is assured.
Because the trap there was good. You know, we just... Letting this quadrant over here get messy was bad. I don't think we're going to be able to take Barrel Baby here. I think we need somebody... Yeah, because Azana's... It's like good chip damage, but... Because we also didn't time the rain in, so we're not getting enhanced from that. Which maybe we need to spend a turn on that. Or maybe just not rely on it at all. Because do we need AoE damage in this fight? Because if we don't take Azana Yulio, we just have like... Because you still want Azana because Bolt's real good. You know, I mean, you could still use both of them, just not put them together. Is ladder guy not working? But the trap should be good here. Especially because if we're using them right, we should always be able to be pushing them into the path. I don't know.
I must remain calm. Please work.
Behold true power.
I must put an end to this bloodshed.
Would you like Travis so far? Well, we only used him in this fight to hit a guy, and it was great because he gets to pick him up and throw him over his shoulder, which for this fight specifically is really wonderful.
You won't beat me.
And it occurs to me that maybe the characters that you get in these things are like that, because, you know, Trish gets to jump, and that's good there, and he gets to throw, and that's good for this. So, like, maybe, you know, whatever characters you get in the other lines are good for that kind of thing, too. We're just gonna pop this guy.
Opportunity. Ain't nothing I can't do.
Time to take action. Defeat is not an option. Use this.
Never felt better.
Sorry. Not much more I could do for you now.
You know, he defused a bomb, but yeah, this map, how are we gonna do this? I mean, we'll have to figure it out. This one was such a headache the first time, and then I show up and I'm like, I bet it'll be easy. I bet we'll get it. We won't. We're doing so bad. But, you know, what are you gonna do, right?
Your wounds are healed.
That feels good.
Those who oppose the heavens shall fall.
See, because that was a good one.
I'll take it from here.
But, like, is this one about to blow up? 23. Not like about.
So it comes to battle.
Make way. All right, enough.
They're going to detonate. Forward.
Serenoa helpfully tells me that I'm not doing well.
Your orders?
Into the shadows.
I'll do my best.
He helpfully attacks the decoy. The healer heals this guy with regen, which doesn't matter too much to me. Although it does invalidate a little bit of what we're doing here. And then we're just going to...
Make the most of this.
I'll be of whatever service I can.
Like, how many bombs does this dude have? Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
The heavens judge you. Heavens, heed me.
Forward.
Should have done this at the start, but it'll be alright. Or it won't, in that order. Alright, so what we gotta do now is make everybody walk a little further. We don't need to use our teleport right now, right? We're gonna be able to get down here, hit this defuse. Anna is Anna, so she acts twice. We can take cover now.
Shadows conceal me.
And if they don't walk in front of me, with Anna, we're going to be able to defuse and stealth, which I only just thought of in that moment, which is very good.
I'll give it my best.
Which is very good indeed.
This is my way of doing things. I really feel like I've grown.
Ready for battle.
We don't need to leap here. We're doing fine.
Here. Ready or not, here I come.
Right, there are people who could replace Bear Lady. I think Huette is the best possible one, the most logical one, right? Because her ability to lock people down would translate directly into reducing damage and in, enforcing the zone that they have to stay on the tracks, or blind for these archers would be really good. Her ability to get up and around on things, I think, she would be very good. Because Barrel Baby... it's just that for all that there are a couple of zones where he could have been good, now I'm seeing where the bombs are going in and stuff, the natural places that we're going to be getting the enemies on the map after we move across. I don't think we're going to get that height differential like we're wanting.
Go swiftly.
We're gonna leave them in the corner now and get to the here. Inheritor for Izana, because these two together are like the core of our hopes. We just need to roll high, right? That's what we need.
I must put an end to this bloodshed.
And what better way than by causing a storm underground and then shooting the air. Alright, so here we're gonna just be aggressive, be aggressive, defuse the explosive. And this guy inexplicably just hangs out. Love that for him, though.
Shadows conceal me.
Use the TP just to stay safe. Gorgeous.
That worked, huh? Where to next?
Getting hit way too hard there. If we just move Piccoletta in, though, because she's very evasive, and the decoy will be able to... And she also comes back from the dead, of course.
it comes to battle.
If we just put this one, like, this way, will this be fine? I bet it will.
Got it.
I bet that guy is going to walk to try to get the crit on Piccoletta. Oh, clever. Failed to account for the possibility of the spear. Well, you know, and there you see how good Decoy is, right? Because in there, we get to move them out of a good position and into a worse one.
Allow me.
What a relief.
Strike
And
while the iron's hot.
use our Fortify Magic Attack Spice because Yulio is ever the useful guy in that regard. Is it worth staying on the tracks to get this hit? No, we'll just go here, right? And then Serenoa can come on the other side. We'll go like so.
Those who oppose the heavens
Show me the
shall
money.
fall.
Show me the money. Very excellent. 4
Where shall we
hits.
strike?
4 hits, a couple of nice paralyzes to go around. Here we go to Hawk Dive, I think. Well, the Battle Mage has no TP. We have a long time before we have to get any of those. That guy dies to the poison. You know, maybe reports of my failure were somewhat exaggerated. We're gonna go for this kill here.
Now I end this.
Because we have many turns to get this, and I actually like this diffuse on Trish better. And then we're gonna bash the healer with the racket for 62.
Time to take action.
Let me heal your wounds.
Allow me.
Thank you.
My growth
No
is
problem,
plain to
Piccoletta.
see.
You're so polite, Piccoletta. Piccoletta, you're the best.
Ah! Damn! I thought I was better than this.
Yeah, better than taking 2 shots in 1 turn cycle. You know, it's pretty unforgiving for how much they talk down to themselves for failing.
We must tread carefully.
I'm like, well, if we can't get out for sure, we might as well. Oh, he had a counter. He missed. Well, now that I know he counters, I'm going to swing at him again.
Victory is within reach.
Well, you know, we did what we could.
The heavens judge you.
The reinforcements. You know, I always fail to think about the reinforcements, right? Don't I always fail to consider the reinforcements? I just been thinking how we were doing fine. I know there's reinforcements in this game.
For my kith and kin.
It's time. Here's a little something special for you.
Ready or not, here I come! Here!
Whatever it takes. I trust in you.
My time is now.
Well, fortunately, they're here just in time
I must
for us
put
to
an
try
end
to
to
kick
this
a round of
bloodshed.
thunderstorms. Do we think there'll be another round of reinforcements later? I don't
Shall we begin?
think so. Missed me. He goes, heals himself, and then gets shot by the turret, who misses.
Maybe next time.
He sets one up there. That's okay, because we're going to be able to ride the cart, get the hit on him. From that, go up, get the Hawk Strike probably, maybe even get the kill off of it. You know, and there, the trap did throw him into Piccoletta, but it ends his turn. Anytime a trap hits somebody, by removing their turn, any trap hit is like 100% efficient tanking of a hit plus a reposition, right? No, I don't think there's any mages or healers there. Because you are quite right. That's the thing to worry about.
From where shall we strike?
What we're going to do now is very beautifully... Yeah, because we go here. The cart hits him.
Now I end this. That hit the
Oh, that was super close to being enough. Wasn't quite
I'll give
enough.
it my best.
Please work.
Where to next? Take that!
Because this she'll be safe
Time to take
here.
action.
Cool heads.
And
shall prevail.
Julio, he's like, "What's my job?" And I'm like, "You pass the butter." And he says, "Oh my god."
Fear not, for I am by your side.
But we'll kick an
Those who
auto-resolve,
oppose the heavens shall
auto-revive.
fall.
Show me a 7 miss. Aww. Well, you know, the storm gives and they take away. Boom. Pushes them right back into the turret. What on this earth is better than a spring trap into a turret? What's better? You tell me so I can try it in this game. Illusion vanished. Pop. And now we have manipulated them into going the wrong way.
From where shall we strike?
Is he on the tracks? Alright, we have enough turns, so we're just going to call the cart, pop the guy, get wrecked, and just stay here. They can't do enough damage to me because we're in a safe spot here. They don't have the jump to get around, right? All we can do is take one arrow shot. Clean. With Piccoletta, we'll just bounce on over here.
To me!
Whatever it takes.
I must remain calm.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Behold true power.
He takes a shot at the sentry gun, which of course is the single best thing in the world. Like, what's better than a sentry that distracts them that much? Like, this guy cures himself. Bit of a waste. And now we defuse the explosive. And go right here, because if they want to get up here, they're going to have to either call the cart or move on the tracks. Beautiful.
Time to take action.
Beautiful. And Heritor and Azana has 4 on the next turn. Goes to 5. Say new bombs goes to Serenoa? Yeah. Well, the thing is we move over here, and then they're gonna come to us. And next turn, we move this way and move back over there. Serenoa also, I'm pretty sure I gave him the... Yeah, we gave him the other Resurrection Earring. So he and Piccoletta have the item where they'll come back from the dead once a battle. Which, of course, is the 4-point thing from Gila. But she has not popped hers yet, I don't think. Yeah, we just got that from just an earlier mission a little bit ago, but we're going to... And this card's going to hit those 2 guys. Oh, you know, why did I say this was going bad? This is great. This is going fine, okay? I think Rite of Rain's over, but...
We must put an end to this bloodshed.
The Yulio Azana mix, you know, it's gonna kick. One of these days, it's gonna just totally go online. You'll see. You'll all see. Come in here and hit the pikeman with the Hammer of Creation. Boom, baby.
Shall we begin?
Impressed?
And he uses sprint. Ah, clever.
The wolf is cornered.
Unfortunately, they did all move off the tracks. Here, I think we just go forward and eat a big potion.
I need this. Whatever it takes.
So we can get to that one eventually, right? And then here, it's just...
Here. This will not be
time to
taken for
toss
granted.
our girl a spice again.
I'll do my best.
They almost always choose to hit the decoy instead of Piccoletta. I think it is because the decoy has lower like stats and evasion and stuff, and that's exactly what we see here. Perfection, because you know they interpret that as this is a better thing to hit because she's weaker, you know, more mage-like, and so they pop that. So just as planned, that goes in, and we're going to be able to now move into the center here.
Victory goes to the quick.
Right when we need her to be there, and then Ian's will come in here and, you know, keep on doing ladder guy things, and that we will push them onto the tracks, make them alarmed.
Time to take action.
Uses another heal on himself. Good job there. You know, we just rotate here. We've got... I think we've got it. I think we've got it, right?
Now I yank this.
So we hit there. We've got plenty of time to defuse that bomb. What? Oh, come on. There we go. Beautiful. But seriously, that spear going through, I don't buy all that. Serenoa lives through the strike there. Beautiful. What we want to do here is just finish off the healer before we defuse the bomb.
Very well.
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are healed.
Thank you.
It wasn't good enough.
And Serenoa comes right back. Get wrecked, buddy.
Nice work.
And we'll go here, knowing that that guy will try to go to the 2-panel hit, right? And then, although they are nearly dead, these guys are so far out of the fight that just sticking with the plan here seems like the way to go. If we delay it, he gets moved to turn back. I think that's actually good, because I think that'll let Gila jump onto the,
Very well.
the thing ahead of him.
I must put an end to this bloodshed.
The Azana Yulia... What? He moved it a dang diagonal around it? Back in my day, you only moved up, down, left, and right.
Help me!
But, you know, it could still fall apart, because I'm pretty sure they're going to keep on putting them down as long as they're still up. But, you know, we've still got time here. He goes before Serenoa goes. Is she going to be able to ride through him and kill him there? I think we just defuse the explosive anyway.
Cool heads shall prevail.
She is not going to be able to do it.
Your wounds are healed.
Feel better now.
I must remain calm.
Indians is not doing anything there.
The iron's hot.
Serenoa dies for good this time. And they're like, all right, y'all, we gotta get the music up. This dude does not know how bad he's doing. Bum, 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 bum. But this will get him down to almost dead.
Those who oppose the heavens shall fall.
And it missed. Well, at least one of them hit. And again, we can't really do anything with it. I mean, I guess we could try to go forward. Ian's falls. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart.
Perhaps you'll enjoy this.
No, come on. Alright, yeah, it's torched.
Wolford bastards! We'll have
Yeah,
no home to
yeah,
return
it's
to if we
torched.
fail to seal the mines off.
I'll take it from here.
I'm convinced the Yulio Azana pairing is good. It's just, so the sack of Barrel Baby and Travis super early, that was all bad. Maybe Eridor is called for. Because they don't have that many casters, right? So his brand of tankiness would be very good. Alternately, Flanagan would be a good pick in place of Travis. I like having Trisha's mobility, we just moved her too far forward. Huette would probably be better than her, though.
My time is now.
It hurts. Take that. Cloak.
Shall we begin?
Time to take action. Will this work?
Behold true power.
It hurts.
Cause like, if there was a finite amount of them, but there isn't, right? We're just getting torched. That was a dumb move. That didn't do anything to help us.
Very well. I must put an end to this bloodshed. No! It hurts!
Man, give us tanky. Probably should have moved them way earlier.
The truth.
It wouldn't have taken too long to do it. And there's her auto heal kicking on, and there's her auto heal kicking on, but like we still, there's nothing we can do, right? Like this is so over. We lost too many damage dealers way too early. If that would have hit everybody and paralyzed them, we still lose, right? But hey, whatever.
Let the show begin!
It's not like I said I thought we were gonna win or anything stupid. He can hit me and put a bomb down? Come on. Come on. They should have to pick one.
The truth eludes me. Behold true power.
But it's somewhat of a classic thing for me, right? Like, even though I know they're reinforcements, I can't respond to them. Like, I don't know how until I physically lose to them.
Time to take action.
Which could be frustrating. I mean, like, it does make sense, especially in a battle like this, you know, like, yeah, but even if it said there's going to be reinforcements from here, I still wouldn't pay attention to it, right?
Tremble in fear. My power wasn't enough.
You know, it was... It was a very bad turn one, right? Are we actually getting value out of Ian's compared to what we could get out of, like, Frederica? Who could just do half of somebody's hit points by looking at them repeatedly. Well, before that battle, the highest level of them was, you know, like 46 or so. The thing is they get a full level every time they do something when they're down here. I just, I've been trying to keep them in line. But then we just did a few fights without him, right? It doesn't take many. Because they weren't level 49 before that fight, right? They were all like level 46. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back. All right. One more time with feeling. So Travis has to be taken, of course. It recommends ladder guy.
Understood.
Understood.
I got this.
No ladder guy at all. Yeah, because instead of ladder guy, we're getting like Huet, right? Who's going to be able to blind people or immobilize people, or put in quite good damage from safety, or get a high mobility close on an explosive, or turn into a turret, you know, herself. So a lot of the things that ladder guy can do, because we don't need the ladders, right? So he's really just trap guy, which is good. And I think Frederica's fine to take, because Frederica can just light people up, right? She can do a full half of somebody's HP bar pretty casually. We'll see. Because especially Huet, for like the first and the middle phase, as we get this high ground right here, and then the center one, she's going to be so much better at flitting back and forth to deal with problems.
To destroy our enemy, so be it. Detonate the charges and let them rot in pieces among the iron.
We've no hope if they set off the explosives.
I will end this.
Alright, so we go here.
Into the shadows.
Get him. They won't know she's there, so they'll walk away. Now we're talking. And he inexplicably moves right into us, which is going to be very nice. This is already better than the time before.
Yeah.
Time to take flight.
%52 to immobilize. And we don't get it. That's alright. See, like, she was at 46 there, and she got 73 experience, or maybe up to 73 again, so just a ton. But we're gonna...
Now I end this. Ha-ha!
My turn.
Can't go back empty-handed.
That guy elected to stay on the track, which is super good.
Where to next?
Because we're going to call the cart on him.
Behold true power. Hear my prayers.
I shall do what I can. Victory goes to the quick.
Incredible.
Whatever it takes. I trust in you.
Waste of one, but it's fine.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Flames, heed my call.
Frederica crunches the dude. Of course, you get 1 TP back when you KO them, which lets you keep it rolling for a while. And she's still got stealth for another turn here.
Ready for battle.
This guy is still on the track, so we're gonna go here, jump into the cart, hit him, and then shoot him.
I'll end you.
1, 2, 3.
Ain't nothing I can't
Clean.
do.
Super nice.
Desperate soldiers sure.
Here I come.
Super nice. We're gonna try another shadow arrow here.
Take aim.
Doesn't work. We're gonna ride down here and start being a menace to this healer.
The heavens judge you. I must put an end to this bloodshed.
From where shall we strike? Death from above!
This dude's got a counterattack. We need to be cognizant of that.
Ready or not, here I come.
Cool heads shall prevail. Go swiftly.
I can do it.
I'll take it from here.
That'd be enough. We'll just wait.
Hope you're ready.
Someone going up there. He places a bomb in the center. Of course he does.
Stay right there. We will make our ideals reality.
Shadows conceal me.
Master Assassin reached the pinnacle of Anna's strength. Ah, you get an achievement for getting her to level 50. You probably get an achievement for getting everybody to level 50. Huzzah!
Point me at him.
The Master Assassin. It's like, I don't think you get anything super special just there. But yes, huzzah! Travis's On Your Guard ability, I think, delays their turn. Oh, no, this one, when you're no allies on you, it's the impeding strike I thought you were talking about, yeah. But yeah, if there's nobody around you for 2 in range or plus or minus 2, then you get more defense. And you also don't get hurt as much being hit from behind. So it lets you charge out in the front and be tankier.
My time to shine.
We're going to throw her act again thing there. Just hang out right here. somehow making that
I will
shot
fight to my last
clean.
breath.
And getting frozen
Time to take action.
as a counter does not feel good.
Enough! An honor and a privilege to serve.
He gets a KO TP.
Those who oppose the heavens
Show me
shall
the money.
fall.
I mean, 3 hits is alright.
Let the show begin!
Forward!
I shall do what I can. Go swiftly.
Our victory is assured.
One step closer to our hope.
Gila, Master Curist. Not at all surprising. It was for someone, you know, her getting a double dip experience. Pretty good.
I fight for peace.
Alright, how far behind are we on this one? We've got 26 turns still. We should be okay.
Point me at him!
Oh, he's blocking the ladder. Clever.
Yeah! Yeah!
Our act again kicks there, and then we'll block the ladder too. 2 can block the ladder at that game.
Now!
Heal herself up.
Let the show begin!
Hit that guy, hit the decoy down. Trickmaster, Piccoletta, level 50.
My time is now.
So mom's active? Yeah, but we're on them, right? Because there's one here and one here. There's none on the far side, right? Just this one on the far side that just went down. That's fine. Xuet, his immobility will go away soon enough. And, you know, we've got, you know, nobody on that side. So that's fine. It's fine, actually, if you think about it.
Forward!
I am your shield.
To lead.
Swordmaster Serenoa gets
Strike
level
while the
15.
iron's hot.
Let me show you what I've learned.
We just got to be less slapdash about moving in concert and all. We got to get it done. Here, we'll diffuse.
Into the shadows.
My turn.
So we still have 9 turns. She's turn 11. How does it count the turns?
Shall we begin?
Alright, so that was 5. And it's got 4 turns, and she's turned 6. Well, that's bad. It's just turn 3, but her immobilize won't go off yet. Alright, so here we have to burn in tandem. here.
That worked, huh? You're wide open! Bullseye!
Shadows conceal me.
Get that, but of course we can't rely on that happening again. Fortunately, we're still right here.
Take that!
So you shoot the battle mage, and
The heavens judge you.
we'll
Let me show you what I've learned.
get in here. She should be able to roast this dude. Yep, weak. My girl.
I'll do my best!
For the honor of
Pop
House
Piccoletta out there. Trish will just have to make do, right? Yikes.
Strike while the iron's hot.
You know, yeah, she'll just have to make do. Jeez.
I will do what I
This
can.
will not be taken for granted.
And Trish obviously dies, because anytime you get hit twice, you die.
Shall we begin?
Terrible.
Fear not, for I am by your side.
We'll move Frederica and auto-resolve so that we can be a little reckless.
Time to take flight. Take aim. Very well. Tremble in fear.
For the duchy!
Okay, so the reinforcements are linked to killing them, probably, and not positionally relevant. But fortunately, that guy dropped one there, which allowed us to get it, and then we'll go like so.
Death from above. That hit the mark.
I fight for peace.
Ending on the train tracks, but hey, what are you gonna do? Frederica's such a beast, right? Every time she sees somebody, they die.
Time to take action.
Cool heads shall prevail. Go swiftly.
Delightful.
My turn.
Whoops. Yikes. You know, I thought she had one more turn of it.
My time is now.
So Piccoletta's on the tracks, but both of them are on the tracks. Piccoletta, I know you understand. But this... No, we can't. I think it would actually pop her. Man, what a bad time to be standing on the tracks, right? I'm sure whatever I did I thought was a good thing at the time.
I'll do my best.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
I fight for peace.
Flame, we can win this.
And I got immobilized at possibly the worst possible time.
Coming through.
I'll take it from here.
Let me heal your wounds.
Be at ease. Time to take flight.
Alright, so we get a little lucky there. Alright, we just have to do this right now. No, we can't make it there right now. Alright, 8 turns. Can anyone make it there? Alright, then we have to...
Splendid.
burn this one right now. And stop in the tracks, which does not feel perfect.
My time is now.
Azana, fortunately, will still be able to get this fool.
Stay down.
Let the show begin.
And Huette dies, obviously, because what happens if 2 people hit you in triangle strategy? You die. There's definitely an immobilize fix item, and I just forgot about it until you mentioned it.
This victory is within reach.
But from here, we're actually fine. We'll poison them and poison them. So last couple turns, there's also like, you can get...
Forward.
A trinket that'll remove immobility from being on you. But here, we'll just call the cart for a double hit.
Allow me.
And then we'll hit a scorch here.
We can win this.
Move this way.
Strike while the iron's hot.
This guy is poisoned and nearly dead. There's not a healer around. So if we just... No, we ride the cart. Obviously, we ride the cart to right here. No, to right... here, and we'll just... pop that guy, inheritor here, you know, leaning into the tracks, that's the key, you know, you gotta live. Do I use her slumber stab much? Not a ton. The reason for that is because I almost always use Anna to provoke follow-up attacks, usually from Serenoa, and I don't like to send her off on her own like I do here. So when you do a slumber stab, your friend still follows up and hits him, so you can only do a slumber stab and there's not anyone around. What I do like to do, though, is hit him with a poison first if she is off on a quest to hit somebody, because you can poison them, then slumber them, and the poison ticks still work and don't wake them up. What we see here is the ability to have a time, and we're just going to jump in here. That's going to hit this guy with the cart. Clean. He comes in here, hits the decoy, which pops on him. These guys are so disgusted with how good I'm doing that they can't do anything but watch helplessly as their friend has a cart called into him one more time. Oh my god, I'm so proud of me. Look at me, playing the game right a little bit.
Stay down.
Boom.
Time to work. Suffer.
And we hit him with the poison there, and that means we're just going to stand here. I didn't want to go on the other side because I didn't want to be in a position for that one chump to just be beaten on us there. Alright, if Cat Racket almost kills him, then Fireball definitely will.
Wolfort bastards!
But yeah, soon another Royal Inferior Force. Oh, well, you know, we're okay.
In honor of House Wolfort.
Because here, we'll be able to... he has 4 HP. That means he'll get popped. We'll just go, like...
My turn.
Him, hopefully box them out so that they step onto the tracks, and then here, oof.
It hurts.
I sense pain, but not mine. No, we put the Blazing Chains on this full. No, there's better. All right, we're just gonna stay right where we are then.
Flames, heed my call for a better world.
For a better world. For the greater good.
Allow me. You have my gratitude.
We must tread carefully.
So what we're gonna do is move like here and
I'll take this.
just heal up. Alright, you can heal and then do stuff anyway. You know, I always forget that she can always do double item.
My time
I bet
is
there'd be
now.
situations where she could do like a double throw that would be pretty sweet. What we want to do right here is, can we... No. So what we should do is have Azana up here, and then she'd be able to hit all these rail systems too. Azana, what a champ. Ooh, there we go.
Tremble in fear.
She's so strong.
Time to take action.
200 damage. You know, for all that we keep using her to hit the whole map, sometimes you could just, you know, play the game. But we are getting it done, you know, and that's the thing too, is, you know, our previous strategy, if you can call it that.
Come on.
You know, relied too much on broad applications of damage, which is not what this map calls for, right? Here, you need targeted damage, so you get rid of your foe. Mike, you better not put one down, too. Crucially, Yulio was a real hero and provokes them to, you know, exactly where we need him to go, but, you know, pays for it with his life, but still we get
Let me show you what I've learned.
a very crucial, massive amount of damage onto these guys.
my call.
A wasted. I will
Missed
end
me.
this.
Because they have the always counterattack when they take it. But we can just go here and...
This'll hurt. Sound strike. For you.
I shall do what I can.
Be at ease. Much appreciated. The heavens judge you.
Where to next?
From where shall we strike?
We go right here and then hit him with a hawk dive. What a sick move.
Now I end this. That hit
What
the
a
mark.
sick move. It's super effective.
I'm a fool.
Hope you're ready.
And this guy, crucially, because he's very smart, moves into the tracks. We hit him, go into the cart, hop off, boom, rear attack, sweep. Awesome.
I just keep getting stronger.
Awesome. So good, so good. Here, they're gonna counterattack, but we can get the damage to...
Suffer.
We'll throw the poison first.
Allow sound strike.
Then we'll only eat one counterattack.
Very well.
Shall we begin?
And there, I think we've got it, you know. Frederica's very good. Decimal, you know, got popped too early. Huette did her work before she got killed, and so was a very good pick overall. But I think the really important thing is just using Yulio as a battery for mages in general rather than just for the Thunderstorm, because I love the Thunderstorm, but it works better on a map that's not like this one, right? A map where we can be patient and it doesn't hurt us. Whereas here, when we have to move, you know, because Frederica does half of a tanky guy's thing because they have low magic defense. Not these guys. The pikemen are fine, but like the shielded dudes. But even with 53 magic defense, I mean, she's just so very punchy.
Defeat is not an option.
My turn.
Allow me. My time is now.
The puddles everywhere, but there, it's funny.
Let me heal your wounds.
Be at ease.
Thank you. Let the show begin. Whoopsie.
We'll put the decoy here, and it'll make it irresistible to them.
My turn.
To stay where they are and get the sun dropped on them. Fortunately, this meteor is not going to be a problem.
My time is now. tremble in fear. The heavens bless me.
My girl Lizana gets to level 50, the Spirit Master.
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
The flames consume you.
All of that for what would have been one Scorch. But that's the thing. You're only supposed to do that if you're going to push a turn, right?
Suffer.
From where shall we strike?
Cyrano. My
It's
time
like,
is
yeah,
now.
oh, you thought you were going to do something? No, my girl comes back from the dead.
Stay down.
Zap!
Can't go back empty-handed.
Your orders?
Have another.
His frosty soldiers have been dealt with.
Huzzah!
Phew. Sure cut it close. What were those bastards thinking?
That was so much better. So the thing is, yeah, so Ladder Guy is really great, but what we need in a fight like this is not area denial at all, right? It's the ability to show up and immediately deal with a threat. And that's what the 2-mage thing was getting us, right? And Yulio, rather than feeling these big 5-stack ones, was just making sure that both of them could get their thunderbolts and fire chains on. Because the 2 of them, plus any physical attack, beat any one guy. And if there's just 2 or 3 guys in each pocket, you know, we just needed to move up into the block rather than staying in the back. 2, because, you know, if you give them a bunch of bodies to think about, maybe they won't hit one person twice, which kills people. Nobody can ever get hit twice.
But why was Esfrost so desperate to keep it from us?
A great fight. And, you know, for all that, you know, I don't mind a failure, even though it might sound like I do whenever I'm in the middle of one. Because it's like, it's so interesting, like, as a game system to be looking at. It's like, because even though I know what's coming on the map abstractly and ignore the reinforcements,
I think they tried
but, you know,
to collapse the tunnel with themselves still inside.
Like, there's so many different ways to tackle these problems, right? And my preference, like how much I love Azana, and like, I mean, sure, Yulio, if you're playing this game a bunch, you'll eventually be like, man, Yulio in conjunction with anybody that wants to spend a lot of points is really good. But maybe somebody out there is being like, oh yeah, I like this because now we can get, you know, more of Benedict's invulnerability. You know, maybe that's the Yulio thing they do, and they just make everybody incredibly tanky, right, with the Dragon Shield, and then they can push out in really big blocks. Maybe someone's like, I like to give everybody re-raise before we send them out, so they give Gila the Yulio thing, you know. So even with the specific thing, you know, there's different styles of how you would approach doing it. And on a map like this, there's so many ways of doing it, because you don't know which direction they're going to go.
Why
Very
would
fascinating,
the
really
blow
cool design.
themselves up to destroy the place they were charged to defend? It makes no strategic sense.
Nothing Esfrost does make sense. But if they were this desperate, there must be something in there they do not want us finding.
And I'm playing it for the first time. I'm like, the salt! The salt!
We must see what lies at the end of this tunnel.
Now let us press on.
They'll be like, a pink salt crystal. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh! These pink rocks aren't iron.
Good job, Roland.
It's salt. Or rather, salt crystal.
Crystallized salt, untapped beneath the earth. The Rosellan legend my mother recorded is true.
The Grand Norzelian Mines must have been built upon a vein of crystals. This explains how Esfrost was able to cut ties with Hyzant.
As long as they could excavate their own, they didn't need to rely on the salt from the Holy State. They could fight without it.
How do you think Gustadov discovered this?
Lord Dragan was in charge of the mines until he was assassinated in that sudden Esfrosty raid, which Gustadov used as a pretense to invade Glenbrook after which he claimed control of the mines. That tells Lord Dragan was likely the first to discover the salt crystals.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it'll be a mystery forever.
However, a struggle ensued between him and Gustadolf over their ownership.
Benedict's like, having been paying attention for the whole time, Benedict's like, wait, no, I get it now. Because honestly, I feel like if you had told Roland at the beginning, there's salt crystals in the mine too, he'd have been like, oh, that's so cool. Whereas Benedict would have immediately been like, oh no, this is a problem.
So Gustadolf had him killed and ordered the invasion of
This is a real problem.
In order to... That scheming bastard!
On a balcony, Roland.
Looks like we made the right call, taking back the mines. They already took loads of salt crystals to the duchy, but even that ain't gonna last them forever.
Indeed. If we can hold the mines, Esros will have no choice but to surrender.
And what if they discover another vein of salt crystals elsewhere?
A real possibility, if the Rosellan legend is to be believed.
Everybody could just, like, start digging.
But the Grand Norzelian Mines only succeeded because all three powers worked together. If this is the kind of terrain salt crystals are found in, Esros cannot dig a new mine all on their own that easily.
Yeah, Roland's like, hey, Serenoa, how's that Saintly Seven guard working? We've never schemed with anybody, right?
Meaning they're at their most vulnerable now, without a source of salt to call their own.
This does not concern only Esfrost. The existence of salt crystals will undermine the very foundation upon which Hyzant is built.
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. That is the religious precept Hyzant uses to explain why they alone control the source. But the mere fact these crystals exist means salt can be found outside the source. It disproves the goddess's teachings.
No, Frederica, I don't think it does. I think people rode on dinosaurs, they put little saddles on them.
If people knew that, then the two pillars of Hyzantian power, the source and the might of their goddess, would crumble.
And it would prove the Rosellan legend is true. If we reveal the truth, they would be forced to free the Roselle they've imprisoned.
A line of startling naivete. But, you know, her heart's in the right
future
place.
Roselia in our hands.
As I'm sure I said the first time around when we were here, we would have talked about the value of the truth and how
whatever we decide to
proving
do,
that a system is exploitative and based on a lie is not going to get rid of it.
Indeed. For now, let us return to the Crown City.
But assume that I very eloquently stated these ideas.
Duet, send word to the capital. I want Kingdom soldiers posted around this entire area. Tell them to allow no one anywhere near the mines.
It shall be done, sire.
She's like, ooh, he's giving kingly commands. I'm so proud of my boy. He's gonna be a real king someday. She's like, wait, he's the king already? Oh no, I forgot. This is bad.
This must be what the old man was hoping to find.
So, our army failed to secure the Grand Norzelian Mines. It would seem House Wolfort interfered.
He's like, what should we do with it later? And he's not like, I guess we'll try to make sure that Esfrost and Hyzant get it too. He's like, yeah, you're right. We should keep it for ourselves. All the options are keep it for ourselves.
Glenbrook forces already surround the area, so retaking the mines is likely out of the question.
They must have discovered the salt crystals. Damn them.
How could they fight back? No.
Gather our soldiers.
In this economy.
Aye, Your Grace.
That salt I was stealing from other people under false pretenses was supposed to be my salt. No. Gustadolf, it's no wonder you dressed up like a vampire. Such a drama queen.
I shan't use laboring in secret to complete the death knell as an excuse. Punish me as you see fit. If you think you can, that is.
I ought to wipe that impertinent smile off your face.
I saw what they brought in from the Grand Norzelian Mines.
Huh. So you know of the salt crystals?
Enough secrets, Gustadolf. Tell me what you are planning.
Not the same thing that he plans every day, Svarog. He's gonna take over the world!
To use those salt crystals to put the final nail in Hyzan's coffin. To free the people of Norzelia from their tyranny by ending their monopoly over salt.
By which you mean the strong will be free to trample the weak. Is that it?
That'll be different than how it is right now, Svarog. That'll be so different than how it is now.
I will not argue semantics. Though it is at least far more human to struggle for one's own survival, rather than capitulate to the whims of some goddess.
Yes, you know, I am not a robot. The great song by Marina and the Diamonds. If y'all don't know Marina and the Diamonds, they're this pop band from, somewhere in Great Britain, I think.
People have the right to discover their own strength and wield it to claim what is rightfully theirs. Just as you are contesting me at this very moment, Uncle.
How long have you known of the salt crystal's existence?
I learned of the possibility long ago, when I read of them in an old text from the archives.
I'm saying when the Archduke does it, it's not illegal.
Ancient knowledge should never be discarded. As you well know, since you had Dragan study there to...
Because I was like, I read about it in a book, and books can't lie. Everything that's written down in this game is true except any letter written by Benedict. Don't believe any of those.
Unfounded speculation.
I heard all the time.
Well, yeah. But see, when Gustadolf does it, it's corruption. When Secrus does it, it's criminal, you know? He's supposed to be paying taxes on that.
Act the fool, and you shall be revealed as one, Gustadolf. Dragan oversaw the mine. It only stands to reason that he would have discovered the salt crystals first. So you, in your greed, had him killed, so that you might claim his discovery for your own. Not only that, but you used his murder as a pretext to invade Glenbrook. Am I wrong?
Yes, Farog, you are.
Huh. You have an admirable imagination. Admirable, but mistaken. Your son was quite the ambitious man, you know.
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean. Indeed, Dragan did discover the salt crystals.
Yeah, just Death Snell him into the forge there in the background.
Yet he refused to hand them over unless I made him Prime Minister of Esfrost. And your son's scheming didn't end there. At the same time, he had initiated negotiations with Glenbrook. He offered them salt crystals in exchange for a noble title. He sought to fatherland and foe for all he could get.
Lies! All of it! How dare you dishonor my son's name!
House Wolford fed you a fairy tale, and you gobbled it right up because it aligned with what you wanted to believe.
Well, in point of fact, they didn't say Gustadolf killed him because he discovered all of this, you know. They didn't. Svarog independently found the pink salt crystals. What we specifically told Svarog is, look, we don't know who specifically killed him or why. His last words were, watch out for the killer beast of... to reuse the old Monty Python joke. And... they didn't speculate. They didn't say, I bet Gustadolf did it. I bet he doesn't like you because your haircut's so stylish, Svarog. Look at that. Look at the wings, you know. It's like, very, very gangster. Look at the eyebrows. You know, Svarog's got it going on there. His respectable color, his fine mustache.
Uncle, now is not the time for family.
And like, look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at this, I'm the villain of Castlevania looking guy. Which one of these dudes do you trust?
Glenbrook now knows of the salt crystals. It is but a matter of time until Hyzant learns of them as well. We must make ready to stand against them.
What would you have me do?
Because again, like, which one of them would you trust?
The death knell.
Gustadolf has no mustache. Look at him.
See that it is finished with haste.
This man, this villain, won't even grow a mustache to indicate that he's a villain. That's how little you can trust him.
Do that, and I will name you my Prime Minister, so you may fulfill your dearly departed son's dream in his stead.
They're supposed to be allies. Well, that was all a plot. Yeah, you know, because Gustadolf was, you know, clearly planning it all along anyway.
There is no time to waste. War will be upon our doorstep before we know it.
Even before you knew the salt was there.
A war to end all
was he really planning on sharing everything?
Victor shall rule Norzelia in her glorious entirety.
Because we know from, like, the thing with Patriot and, like, some in-universe things that we found that they weren't even, like, being fair with the mining revenues. That was the perception of the other people that were mining there. So Gustadolf wasn't even willing to, like, give the other partners a bunch of the money so that they would pay less attention, you know? He was like, oh, if they think that we're skimming off the top of the iron, they won't look any further. A war to end all wars. A great war, if you will. A best war.
Deep in the Grand Norzelian Mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystal. Now in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia. The members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
Chapter 17, Part 1.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
So you love the narrator? It sounds like she's telling a story to kids, yeah.
It's a target on our backs is what it is.
It's like everyone
There'll be no
is
peace
falling
for us
into
so long as
place.
we hold them.
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Esfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret.
Why don't you just send them a letter about it?
Whether we protect the salt as ours or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
I'd just tell everybody. I'd be like, hey guys, there's tons of salt in the earth here. Everybody take some. I sincerely hope they can't get rid of all of us.
What say you, Your Majesty?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
I can rest with the others for the Duke United. Yeah, you know, the more we mess up the realm, the less points of vulnerability are left.
Benedict, I find myself.
You've already beheaded the
unmoored
king
as well.
on a balcony.
I wish
There's
to hear
no
from
leader
all
you can
present
find that's
before we
weaker
decide
than
upon a
Roland.
course of action.
Which is quite clear by the way Roland thinks we should proceed.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me? Whatever it may be.
No.
I was named Lord of House Wolfort long
You're too
before
dumb,
I was inducted
Roland.
into the Saintly Seven. And I've been your friend even longer still.
Long before I was inducted. I'm like, it's like 6 weeks longer, dude.
Say no more.
You've been engaged
Take the
this whole
others to
time. It
Castle
hasn't been like a
Wolfort
guys
and
and
await
dolls
my word.
situation either, you know? Like, y'all
Likewise.
still gonna get married one of these
Inform me
days.
of any movements from Hyzant.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
Exactly. Like, whatever it be. Like, Roland, what about democracy? What about the values of the crew, you know? Like... We'll do a little Maxwell story.
That you would return to us hale and whole. 'Tis a much-needed fortune in these trying times.
With luck, soon my return will not be the only cause for celebration.
He's got
I'm
the,
glad to see you unharmed, Hewitt.
He's got the symbol of utility, the justice upon him.
I would choose none but you to stand by Prince Roland's side in my absence.
Thank you. However, I am afraid I have far to go before I can measure up to your legend. A legend that seems to have begun a new chapter, now that you have doffed that mask of yours. Forgive me for prying, but I must ask, why did you wear it for so long?
Didn't like my face.
Truth
Can't
be
wear a
told, I have not
mustache.
thought upon those reasons
I
for
just
some
figured
time.
I'd get a mask instead.
When I served Glenbrook as its master of swords, I did not wear it.
You were Master of Swords? The Dawn Spear?
Indeed. My star was rising, and I was tasked with investigating a group of nobles who were dealing in stolen works of art. A simple assignment, or so I thought. I was yet young and unaware of the pettiness of those who consider themselves to be our betters. I apprehended several of the criminals, but one escaped. That was my grave mistake. In shadows, they harbored their grudges until they exacted their revenge. But the life they took was not mine. It was my love's, the woman to whom I had promised my future.
Oh, classic beginning of the superhero story.
I never knew.
The villain was eventually brought to justice, but no sentence could bring back what had been stolen from me. Had I only been more thorough, and not been so naive, then she would still be.
It's not naive to, like, assume that you could have a girlfriend who won't get murdered. Like...
Sir Maxwell, there is no way
Thanks,
you could
Hewitt.
have known. The blame falls
Somebody
not
needed
on
to
you.
say it, and he can't hear me.
Nay, my inexperience sowed the seeds, and I will reap their bitter fruit until the day I die.
It's like, I mean, what are you supposed to do, Maxwell? You approach your job, like, well, what if this person does a murder? I'm like, well, you know, because you're investigating some stolen art. So, you know...
I swore I would never again allow someone I loved to come to harm. To ensure that, I had to discard who I was. I gave up my title as Master of Swords, hid my true face behind a mask. I spoke only with my spear.
And you were reborn as Glenbrook's fiercest warrior, the Dawn Spear. Your feat surpassed the imagination of even the most silver-tongued of bards. Forgive me. I still tend to get lost in the stories, even though you are standing here before me.
No, I should thank you. There are few who would understand my struggles, but I believe you are one.
I don't know that
House
this story
Wolfort
makes
has
sense to
seen
me.
its share of misfortunes,
that you all still walk.
It's like
with your
wearing a
heads
mask
held
when you're
high
doing your
as an
job,
inspiration
sure,
to all.
but because if what you're worried about is people that you care about getting hurt, just don't care about anybody, dude. You don't gotta wear a mask for that. A mustache will work just as well.
I was brought back from the brink of death to fight by your side, to face the dangers ahead, undaunted and unhidden.
Because, like, they still know who you are. You're the dude who wears a mask. You're just as identifiable when you are Batman as when you're not Batman if you're always Batman.
But I shall fight tooth and nail before it takes aught from me again.
I mean, like, I know this is a very sad story and all, but I just, like, I get hung up on the idea he's like, no one will be able to hurt the ones I love. And he's like, bye, honey, wearing his mask. Goes and buys orange juice, wearing his mask. Drops his kid off to school, wearing his mask. He's like, no one will know who I love. Like, no, take it easy, love nothing.
At least such are the things I tell myself in my quiet moments. I only pray the words can give me strength when it matters
Instead,
most.
he rather publicly still has a name, Sir Maxwell. People know what it is. He hangs out at the same spot on the bridge all the time, and the Crown Prince is there, and he doesn't get spiked. And it seems to me that if you had a problem with somebody, and you could, like, get a royal about it, that would be even more painful to them. Anyway.
They will. No doubt you are stronger now than you have ever been.
I just don't think it makes sense.
Thank you. I no longer need to hide in fear. I will not look away.
I mean, the first part of the story makes perfect sense, right? Okay, so, traumatic thing, I was inexperienced, I should have been more careful about it, you know, I let a guy get away, I'll never let another guy get away, I blame myself, sure. Wearing a mask over it, because you can't bear to see your own face anymore, fine, whatever. But, like, I had to discard who I was. But again, I feel like you can just stop having friends. I don't think the mask makes sense as, like, the agent on which this story turns. I don't... What he's explained to Huette is why he got really upset. And I'm not saying that's not a fine reason to be upset. I am saying it's not a reason to wear a mask. Because it's an identifiable... He doesn't wear a different mask. He's got the same haircut. He wears recognizable clothes. Everybody knows his nickname. He's a big hero. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't do anything he says it's doing. I don't approve of that story. It doesn't make sense. Is there later going to be another Maxwell story where he's like... There's one here. So is he going to be like, oh, that thing about the mask, by the way, that was dumb. I don't know why I said that. I didn't want to tell you the truth. I don't know. I'm getting too hung up on the mask thing. We'll make the kid a spellmaster. A nice purple hat, even though these are your grandfather's robes. So there's a... It might be the final of the random battles there, but... deal with it some other day. Probably should do a random battle or two at some point, but... And this is the consortium getting kicked out.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook?
So it's reached the consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the crown city with Hyzant.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give. Perhaps a battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us.
War is good for business.
You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Claris should have, like, big ears, like huge. Like this big. They should go out of the side of his head like this.
Will the consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the consortium's decision.
I love this. I'm sure the gossip, the other person says you've been thing. Well, you know, to be fair, it does happen in real life too. We're like, have you heard of this ridiculous rumor? They're like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna build a statue of, you know, Michael Jordan. First of all, it's on the bottom of the ocean. I'm like, oh, you heard that too?
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why
hey,
stop now?
Arcade, how's it going? Good afternoon.
I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
Still, not too much, you know, we're playing through our New Game Plus, doing alright. Starting to get our first people up to level 50, which is the max. But we're pretty soon gonna do the vote for the end of the game thing, where we'll see how that goes, but...
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twinsgate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian Mine. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those
You're
very
building the
mines
solar system?
from us.
That is awesome. You will have to let me know how
worse,
that goes.
Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the saintly seven of Hyzant. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how
game's also
Hyzant will
installing. That's so
respond
awesome.
to
I love
such
that.
an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the
I
crystals
picked up a
for
couple
themselves.
cool games on the Steam
That
sale.
their
Probably
reign
gonna
of
pick up some
terror
more
may
soon,
continue
because you know,
unimpeded.
what does a guy with 1,200
Therefore,
games need
we must
more?
subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position. But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king.
Just your Archduke. Cheer. Better cheer.
With cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon,
Nice game.
the
Oh, it's
Death's
great.
Knell, is nearly complete.
We fought a
With
battle
it,
here
we
earlier in the
shall
campaign.
strike back
Oh,
at
it was
Hyzant.
amazing. Because we had the high ground, and they were on the other side.
The sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzant reduced to rubble.
So we got our archers on the center, and then ladder trap guy, they are pushing them off. Oh, it was amazing.
Black iron heroes. Your names shall be
That's how I rolled
cast
it.
in
Oh, she's
iron,
great, you know.
and
We
the
don't use
histories
her
of
all the
this day
time
are
anymore.
written. You shall be known
But we still try to
as
use
the
her.
defenders of Esfrost.
Lightning Girl is like my new thing. She's got like a chance to hit everybody on the map with the lightning bolt ability. So we try to lean into that a lot of the time. But anytime there's some high ground, we get our hot girl on it. So we got a handful of other archers now, but I like her the best. She's the one who can lock down the foe, right? So bum, bum, bum.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Norzelian Mines lies...
He stops reading it out. He's like, huh,
crystals
I'm not going to say all that. I'm not going to say all that. I'm just going to summarize this. This is bad news, guys.
Impossible.
Does she mean salt can be found outside the source?
Yes, but we were well aware of that. Rosellan legends tell us as much.
And they're all like, wait, what?
Well, no one told me of these legends.
This is not about you. By the Hierophant's decree, not even the Saintly Seven are to be told of the goddess's works.
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent
And they're like,
provocations.
oh, so you're lying to us too? And he's like, I don't have to tell you the truth. It says here in this book I don't have to show you that I don't have to tell you the truth. Oh, you want me to show you in the book? I told you I can't show you the book. Are you even listening to me? And it's in the Rosellan legend, you know, the grave sinners. You know, the ones who exist as, I don't know, 18th class citizens.
The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
We'll conquer the world.
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian Mines in Hyzant's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
The Hierophant tells you to invade Glenbrook, sir.
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor bound to heed the
Yeah,
Hierophant's
you know
word.
what you're really finding out is that the source is everywhere and thus should be controlled by you. And that identifying the source with just this one place was a naivete, and what the goddess really wants is what we could call a manifest Norzelian destiny, you know, to use a phrase that's never been used before. I think that's pretty obvious.
But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
They're like, let them go to a farm in the country in the mountains? And like, yeah. Like we do
Hyzant
to
has
all.
learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian Mines.
What these people want. Indeed, and they just invaded our home for zero reason at that point. We had never even been to Hyzant. They had no call to be annoyed with us. We had literally just went to Esfrost and come back home, and then Sorsley, like, shows up I know. And then they blow a hole in the castle, like, for literally nothing.
Elsewhere,
Like,
Gustadolf
we didn't have a
amasses
problem
his
with
own
them.
forces at Twins Gate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolffort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
Roland says, "I'm sorry, Serenoa, I have to tell you, I'm the dumbest person in the world."
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
More than that, I'm a terrible person, and sort of a object lesson in why a hereditary nobility is inherently flawed.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most.
Like, look at his dumb face.
I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed.
Look at
The
it.
root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to the loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious, but there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
Remove one and you necessarily remove the other. Think so?
And how do you propose we achieve? No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess.
Yeah, a little bit of ethics,
an authority
maybe.
greater than any king.
Yeah, great. No sooner do we learn that there is like a factual reason to doubt, if not reject, these teachings. And Roland's like, if you think about them, they make perfect sense. Not a hole in them. It's the only way. I'm like, were you paying attention to any of this? He wasn't.
The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant.
The happiest place on Earth. Roland. The model nation was in front of us all along, comma, proper noun, M dash, the holy state of Hyzant. What an ignorant statement. That Alt 0151 in there doesn't make you look smart, Roland.
I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian Mines to Hyzant.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Is that starts? Yeah, with the body like bleeding into the salt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many.
Roland.
Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa.
You catastrophically flawed imbecile.
The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Every time if I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown. My pride. They are but small prices to pay for peace.
Harry sold out one batch of Roselle and then yeah, you know. And for nothing, you know, at the very least we could have got some money. Roland's like, yeah, I mean, if there's gonna be the system of slave labor, shouldn't we be involved?
Join me, Serenoa.
Which is like, that's
Let's
such an
unite
if
Roselia
and
under
a
the Holy
then
State.
to go through, Roland. You don't have to accept the if at all, Roland.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need. I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you, but I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
This is such a funny thing too, right? Because it's like, look, Roland, if you're telling me you're not going to be king anymore, then I'm telling you I don't have to listen to what you want anymore as a king, right? Because you're like, hey, sign this, I'm ordering you to.
King Roland
After you sign this, I'm not allowed to give you any more orders. I'm like, well, I can just pretend that's happening now.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people, which is...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
Maybe it does exist.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so. We are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost. Countless lives given to Hyzant's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzant's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
He's like, man, it's enough to make me take off my cloak and give it back to
revealed by
him.
a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed.
Indeed.
The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But you make it sound so...
Simple. Yes, I know. But the suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you,
Do
my
they,
dear.
Serenoa, do they live here? Let's get all present tense about it, buddy.
It couldn't feel any
No,
closer.
because this is the worst timeline.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
Your mother didn't have Picoletto with her. If she had Picoletto with her, she could have won, maybe.
I agree. But the risk is immense.
Still planning on going for Frederica's? Yeah.
Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzant will not let us go
For sure.
quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind, beyond the Great Falls in the Folk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth.
Because if we're gonna have a
this
run
one is
where
as well.
we, betray the Roselle and
And if
ship
not,
off to Hyzant,
least you'll be
all
safe
the
from
better
harm.
that we do redeem that act in the later of it. For all of the character assassination that we do, doing, what's it called? Not a heel turn, you see that one more. A face turn in the parlance of wrestling, right? Doing all of this terrible stuff the whole time and then turning at the end and, keeping our word
I doubt Benedict will
and
share
righting
our
the
feelings,
wrong,
though.
I feel like that's
all
at
we've
least a
built
decent
to embark
ending.
on a journey fraught with danger, in search of a legend.
Well, yeah, sure. All of that's true.
Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
I trust you understand what a monumental
He's
effect
gonna be
the
like, "You need to be
discovery
the
of these-
king."
Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolfort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzant's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
And Benedict's like, that would be wrong. What I want is the false equality under the wise rule of House Wolfort.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven.
Even then,
Yeah,
for that matters
because the
little
thing
that
about
the
Roland's
equality
plan
they
is that
espouse
Benedict's is a
dictated by
reasonable
the
plan.
goddess. Or should I say,
Because of
a
Roland.
Hierophant.
Because if Roland didn't have a plan at all, what Benedict is proposing here would be wrong, Like, we shouldn't take the secret parentage thing and usurp from our friend. But since our friend is actively an idiot and actually is, like, behaving treasonously, right? It's... In a way, no king in any structure is given the authority to surrender to an enemy. That's the only thing they don't have the authority to do. They're capable of it, but that's when you stop being a king, like, forever, right? That's the unking thing, and that's what he's doing here. And if your king is saying, I'm going to surrender the city, that's the moment that you, as the guy in there with him, say, cool, I don't work for you anymore. So Benedict, what he's proposing here is not treasonous because Roland already is committing an act against the state by giving it over. All the more so that he is surrendering it when they're not even under threat of
In the
force.
end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal.
But yeah,
Hyzant
it is
will
very good
destroy
that we
us if
hear
wage
Benedict
war against them in
or
our
Roland's
current
plan
state.
first, for sure. Because if you hear Frederica's first and you're like, yeah, okay, man, how am I gonna work this out? And then afterward you hear Roland's and you're like, well, geez, now, man,
But
I got to
they
go tell
stand
Frederica
little
this
chance
crazy
against
idea
us
you
if we
have.
ally with Esfrost.
Because she's going to light you on fire if she doesn't get it, like, as a surprise, that might be bad for you. Let's go tell her.
Ally with Esfrost? Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzant's grip.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzant's capital ripe for the taking. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to join our side.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict, and I do not doubt you could secure Esfrost's cooperation. But I fear the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will not be easily won.
Looks like, well, what if he wasn't
I
a
bid
king
you
anymore?
listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
Yeah, she's
From
like, I
whence
have
this
to do this
somber
for
tone?
my family. And he's like,
you
what if I
believe
threw it
King
all
Roland
away
is fit to
because
rule?
I can't read Aristotle?
What are you implying?
Nah, to be fair, Aristotle probably would be fine with this system.
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict. Roland is more than my king. He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzant. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft?
Yeah, what else?
But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired.
He's like, why don't you try to rule the world?
Treason.
Like, was that a mwahaha laugh I heard?
These are your suggestions.
You won't have to kill him.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget.
Yeah,
The
this would
time
be
to
one that
reckon
made
with
more
your
sense to
lineage
go with
draws
Benedict
near.
for the
You
ending,
must
right?
make
This actually would be the
heard
playthrough that
enough.
makes the most sense for it to be Benedict, right? You know, giving over Roland, burning down Landroth Falks, you know, blowing up the thing that makes one of the other houses rich but exposes us to much less danger.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me,
Hit him
Lord
again.
Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice, not only but for yourself.
Yeah, you know, when Delita hits Algus. Good stuff.
Have you reached a decision, lad?
Alas, no.
I don't know. You know I'll follow you down.
The music
whatever
of
path you choose.
democracy.
We'll fight who we have to fight together. And as long as it's just a single battle ahead of us, we gotta win in strategy. If we lure the enemy here, that is.
What do you mean?
This village has a deadly secret, lad.
Wait, what?
Times such as this. You see the aqueducts all around, don't you? They can be filled with oil just as well as water. We can lure the enemy in, trap them, and then set whole plots ablaze.
How terrible. To think such a death trap lay hidden in plain sight.
I only found out from Benedict the other day myself.
Because we didn't fight here.
All you need to do is hit one of the hawk statuettes.
Okay,
That'll spring a fence
so
up around the area.
we didn't fight
Set the
here
oil
earlier in the game, so now we get the defense with the
Fence will
fire
keep 'em
traps.
in, and the fire will do them in.
And take part of the village with it. Truly a last resort.
Aye. And I understand why your father and Benedict chose to keep it from you. But I'm not telling you just for your edification. If you think it necessary, don't hesitate to use it.
Thank you, Eridor. I shall take your words to heart, though I pray I never need to act upon them.
It is time for democracy.
You are certain Hyzant's army
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Frost's army gathers at Twinsgate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals.
And Roland's like, I have a solution. It is the dumbest idea available to me. If you have an idea, it's better than this, but I picked this one. And I'm the king until the end of this idea, so you have to listen to me.
Which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already?
Don't forget to speak in the precision face. Indeed.
Is the suffering of the Roselle not proof
Well,
enough
we would
that the
reload it if we
goddess's
did that this
vaunted
time.
Equality is a lie.
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia. Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
Oh, okay. So I got Octopath Traveler like a month or two or whatever ago. Whenever I told you I did, and then I got Octopath Traveler 2 in this month's Humble Bundle. So I've got that also. Hyzant's goddess, yeah, because now he's like, look, now that I know it's not legitimate, I'm not going to give it any of the, because, you know, when you call it the goddess, you're sort of putting her on a little salt pedestal, right? Which she doesn't earn.
A small price to pay in my eyes, in exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
It is.
That's such a small price to you. And Roland says, without hesitation, only nodding his head a little bit, it is.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
Yeah.
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at Hyzant. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
No, Roland, let's go with your idea and murder his whole legacy.
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people, so you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears. I will not have you lecture me on feelings when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess
Erdor and
is
you
alive,
look down, they're like,
you would watch us dig
yeah.
our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due time.
In due time?
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more.
The vocal delivery there is really good. Like there's a sharpness
All
to it
else
there.
is in disarray.
You can see her whole
If
face
Hyzant
narrowing down
seizes
when
the
she
salt
says
crystals,
it.
we
Your due
forfeit
time
the
is
best
never.
opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk. Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
There is another way.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolfort domain.
Silence!
Why don't we
I've
vote
heard
about
enough
it?
to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well.
Then we
But
shall
know that a
consult
choice must be
democracy.
made. There can only be one way forward.
There can only be one Highlander.
Face the scales of conviction and prepare to make peace with the outcome.
What's more important, the people of the land? I think to Benedict, the land, because he can just, like, get more people, right? And that's the interesting thing about Benedict's character, is you get a good illustration of, like, the... like a Dante kind of figure, like, you know... This dude was in love with a woman a super long time ago, and this is the only person he cares about at all. This dead woman is the only person that's really a human to Benedict, right? He's not a psychopath. He just cares about her tremendously more than anybody alive. He doesn't want bad things to happen to them, but protecting the land that he identifies as her legacy is much more important than anybody except Sarah Noah personally being alive is. And there it's just like a Snape situation, right? Where it's literally just because of whose kid he is, and not because of what he's saying about all the other stuff. Because to Benedict, protecting the domain is his way at getting back at the king and Lord Simone for mistreating the woman that he cares about, right? Even though they sort of treated her pretty normally. Not like abstractly, but in their society pretty normally. They didn't do anything that they, like, that they couldn't tell anyone about, right? It was just embarrassing, you know? Because she wasn't important enough to marry or whatever. But they didn't, like, kidnap her. They didn't do, like, a Beauty and the Beast type of thing, you know? I'd like to think their convictions would divulge. What do you make of their plans? Well... It's like, yeah, but usually... It's like, of course we want people to follow us down the path. And we told him to worry about that, and we're just gonna be like... Act according to how you feel is best, buddy.
Lord Saranoa. However...
But yes, we're gonna be like, let's go with Frederica! And... I'm just
Even
gonna say it makes
so-
it a good time. Yeah.
Then,
It's not to just appease Frederica. No, no, it's because they're innocent. Because it's righteous to do. Common morality, one that leads us to his judgment. And, that's, at least we're telling the truth about it. We're like, yeah,
Aye, lad.
maybe we can just tell them the truth and they'll go with it.
Here's what I think.
How could you possibly support it? And we're gonna be like, we're gonna carry on. No, surpass his legacy of protecting them. Outdo your own father. And we're gonna say, we're gonna have to do it everywhere. And not like the crystals will give us the opportunity, but like, we need to do it.
And so,
I don't think we're gonna convince anybody. But the thing is they're gonna vote for something anyway. So we only really need a couple of people to go with our idea. And then if the other ones,
However,
I say Roland's an idiot. Yeah, we don't have to...
But...
Yeah. Do we have to go with the person who wants to prey upon the weak or the person who wants to prey upon everybody? Yeah, neither of them. Clearly neither of them. Hope I bet my life upon. As long as we sit between two nations who've no compassion for the weak, I fear we will never know peace. War will spread. So you see why I would choose to flee with the weak rather than be part of the atrocities of the powerful? Be a flight among a hail of arrows and steel. But so righteous and noble, and I would be proud to give my life for it. You've saved your kiss, well, my lord. Well, that one seems like we got the right choices there. Alright, Gila, gonna need you.
What do you need? Well...
It's rather hopeful for being charitable. I see something I do not. Do we say, you're right? Yeah.
Well...
And with the right strategy, won't be foolish at all. Because Gila's too smart for us to say one of the other things, right? She's like, I don't think it's a great idea. We'll be like, you know what? I agree it isn't a great idea. But you have to concede that the other ideas aren't good either, and this one at least is an idea that is not evil. How very shrewd of you, Lord Sereno, perfectly egging me on until I dropped my mask. Hey, we did it! We got her because we made her think about whether or not it would work. And that made her say for herself whether or not it was right or wrong.
possibly.
Alright, let's see if it works.
Serenoa, I have made my I think not. Moreover,
And of course, we can't convince them. Let us end the phase and see what we get. Benedict's gonna be big mad, I think.
It is time to cast our votes. The opinions before us are many. Roland's, Frederica's, Benedict's. Which to choose? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
All right.
I agree wholeheartedly.
She agrees wholeheartedly. That's what Frederica said about sending the Roselle to the source. So I'm glad that Gila agrees with us that much. Anna's gonna go with us. Come on,
You
girl.
have my vote.
Yeah! Come on, Hewitt.
I have faith in you.
He's like, this is what's best for him.
I'm with you.
That's a 5-2. Or a 5-1-1. Come on, guys, you're gonna see it my way.
The scales of conviction.
I
will
love
illuminate
democracy.
the path
I
we've
love
chosen.
the Republic. You know, I think it's great when everybody can come together and choose the right thing. I bet Benedict is gonna flip out. Yes, it's just a matter of getting people to see it our way.
The way forward is decided.
They were never
Frederica's
gonna
dream
be.
is worth realizing. We will free the Roselle from the source.
Because Roland flipped out of the last plan, so I assume Benedict will be the one that flips out on this one. Just like I assume, rightfully, that Frederica would lose her freaking mind if you got Roland's plan, you know, through the top. And, you know, rightfully so. It's bad enough that she stays with you after you betray the realm with the first choice.
Exposes a yawning chasm between Roland, Frederica, and Benedict's visions for the future.
Freeing themselves fulfills their promise to told him to come back for them. Exactly. And since look, I would rather take Roland's path at the end, as idiotic as it is just to see, than send the Roselle from the village one more time, right? Like, that one felt super bad. Worse than betraying the whole world, right? Would feel.
Such is the custom of House Wolford. As ever, the scales of conviction have the final word. The time has come for judgments to be rendered and leaders to steel themselves for the outcome.
We've chosen our path. We are to free the Roselle being held in Hyzant's source.
You have chosen the one path I cannot take.
I understand your disappointment, Benedict, but the scales have spoken.
Yeah, what about democracy, Benedict?
And so I ask for your wisdom. Help us find a way to free the Roselle.
Hyzant will destroy everything you hold dear if you attempt to free them. That way lies ruin.
Table thump.
Your choice is to turn your back on this house, to cast aside your land and the people who have built their lives upon it. I will not, I cannot endorse such betrayal.
Yeah, like, you know, our father specifically gave us these magic artifacts at the beginning of this whole thing. It was like, no matter what, you can always trust these magic scales. Give these voting machine chips to your most trusted advisors and people you met yesterday. And this is how it'll be.
I agree that we will be ill-prepared to defend the domain this way. Should that come to pass, I am prepared to flee with the Roselle and search for Centralia. They say it is home to a boundless salted sea. Surely a land where none need fight for salt is a land worth seeking. This is an opportunity, Benedict. We could find a new home instead of fighting the wars of old yet again.
It's hard to sell the idea of a new home when you live in a place with like a sick dining hall and columns at like the top of an awesome hill.
Why not channel that resolve to lead the people of Norzelia as their king? You hold the power and the might. You lack only the will. With the salt crystals in hand, you shall ascend the throne. I shall see to it that you are coronated.
Roland's like, what about me?
Then
you don't matter
we can
anymore, buddy.
liberate the Roselle, or whatever else your heart desires.
Liberate the Roselle, or whatever else. I never dreamed I would hear such callous words fall from your lips.
Yeah, call him out.
I stand by them. I care only that you and the legacy of House Wolford are safe and secure.
I mean, he's being honest here, but this is objectively a crazy time to be honest. Because what Benedict needs to do here is be like, like, I stand by him. He needs to not say that. I mean, really could have just been like,
counsel by force, if needed.
By force? You want to brawl, buddy?
You don't mean to fight the lad.
Stand down, Benedict.
No, Anna.
I'll fight him. He's just got a little cane.
This is a challenge that I must accept.
Do we duel Frederica if we do the Roland route? I hope she wins. I hope she wins and Roland gets burnt hair, looks pink, and he has to go
proceed with this folly,
and think about what he did.
Then you will do so over my dead body. You can do so much more, Lord Serenoa. The salt crystals give you the upper hand. Esfrost and Hyzant would bend the knee to you. You could unite all Norzelia under your rule.
Toss said Frederica makes Serenoa marry someone else. Yeah, you know why? Because Benedict has no limit for hypocrisy.
You were right about me, Benedict.
He's not like a beaker that you can fill with liquid and at the top the hypocrisy will fall out. It's like infinitely compressible.
I have no desire to rule Norzelia. I wish to see an oppressed people set free and nothing more.
And he's like, that's a stupid desire. I'm like, come on.
Subjects conquered by another nation?
No, because we're strong enough to free anybody.
The people of Wolfort will endure without me. The Roselle have no such champion for their cause. We are the only ones who can set them free.
Give me the order, and I shall reduce Hyzant to rubble. Then they shall be free.
The ensuing battle will only breed further resentment, or worse, displace others who will be treated like the Roselle. War cannot solve every problem, and our liberation of the Roselle shall prove as much.
So, you now take blind counsel from your betrothed. To think that an arranged marriage will lead to this folly.
Enough! I came to this conclusion of my own free will. I have seen the challenges that face Norzelia, and this is how I choose to respond.
You are every inch Lady Destra's child. Your compassion steers you headlong into every conflict. Alas, compassion is easily trampled. It can only exist so long as it has an army at its back.
Benedict, I find you tiresome. Pull out your sword, sir.
My patience grows thin, Lord Serenoa. The salt crystals give you the power to bring peace to Norzelia.
You're wrong. It is little more than the catalyst for another protracted war.
A war we can win. Let me lead you to victory.
There is always a war to be won. Do you not see the cycle at work? I will break that cycle and use my power to liberate the oppressed.
The thing here is, like, Benedict could just, like, so, him getting so mad, he could just go along with it. It's not like physically fighting Serenoa will get him what he wants here. The best way to ensure that anybody can do anything for the Wolford domain is to go along with him and be the best strategist that he can be, right? To provide such a great killer plan of freeing the Roselle that he's able to get out of it looking like the end of Ocean's 11. That's what he needs to do. What he's doing here is picking a sword fight with a master swordsman.
You talk of fleeing
because
from your
he's
duty,
mad.
of pure fantasy.
We need you, Benedict. Why can you not put our differences aside?
Because I'm real mad about it.
This is absurd. You race toward your own destruction, and I will not be party to it. Lord Simon entrusted me with the future of this house. And I swore an oath to Lady Destra that I would protect you no matter what the cost.
So I pulled out my sword. Stand still, let me protect you!
You are shackled to the past, Benedict.
I would call it loyalty.
And it has come to this. For the sake of our future, I must strike you down.
Prepare yourself. You came, you missed.
Here!
Yeah, hit him again.
You came, you missed.
Hey-ya!
I yield. Grant me the mercy of a swift death.
No. Neither father nor mother would stand for the killing of a loyal retainer.
It's like, I was just doing this duel to make you feel better about yourself, man. I was in no danger. You're not really that good at fighting. You're more of a thinker. Remember?
The rest of us shall make our way to Hyzant in secret. You will remain here. Lead the people out of the Wolfort domain before the Hyzantian army assaults this castle, and keep them safe.
These are your orders. In exchange for sparing my life?
These are not orders, and there is no exchange to be made.
Well, if you're not telling me to do it now, I don't want to.
This is the last thing I will ever ask of you as my steward and loyal friend of House Wolfort.
And so, you follow in the footsteps of Lord Simon and Lady Destra, leaving me behind with the most arduous tasks. I shall rise to the occasion, my lord. I shall do whatever is required to see that the Wolfort name and its people survive.
Yeah, Benedict, do you see how we could have had this conversation without you pulling out a sword at me? In my own house? In my own house.
Should House Wolfort lose its lord, I shall lead the house forward in your stead.
Like, you expect it out on the streets, but you gotta come home to this? No, no.
I have no doubt you will.
Benedict left the party, which is going to make this final thing a lot harder, right? Because he is a very strong piece of the puzzle.
Benedict.
It's not like Roland, who I never use.
Mule-headed fool.
We've each made our choices. Now we must walk the path we believe is right.
Yes.
King Roland, this decision means casting Glenbrook aside. I know I cannot ask you to come with me, but will you agree to see to the salt crystals?
No. I am sorry, my friend. But I am not worthy to oversee such an important task.
Of course you are. You have always striven to be fair and just.
You hold me much too high in regard. Our conversation earlier made me realize the truth. My faith was misguided, as were my actions. I believed exacting vengeance upon Esfrost would be proof enough I was Glenbrook's rightful king. But I gave no thought to the bloody cost of revenge. This kingdom and its subjects should not have to suffer such a selfish fool upon the throne.
Too true.
Then, you will come with me?
I shall. Not as your king.
You know, Roland,
but
as a
your
guy
friend.
on a horse, you were okay.
If I can help
As a
those in
ruler
need,
of men, you were...
that is enough.
Inadequate. Ill-suited. A shambles.
Glenbrook has the geographical advantage, and the salt crystals. And there are a small handful of trustworthy nobles remaining.
You say when you did your New Game Plus ending choice, the game asked you if you wanted to do the scales or come up with your own plan. Gave you a bunch of options. You had to come up with a plan and then convince everything to go along with it. Huh. Well, sounds like you found a secret ending.
I'm certain they will ensure the people thrive, even without a king. Glenbrook is in too powerful a position for foreign powers to interfere.
Roland.
You know you aren't leaving me behind. I've come this far by your side. I'm not abandoning you now.
Maybe I didn't make the right choices, right? Maybe certain choices get you the ability to make your own plan. A secret ending? Well, a secret ending in a game would be a thing that you get to by doing different choices than some other time, right? So like Chrono Trigger, you play through it the regular way the first time, and then there's lots of different ways you can go and fight the last boss, and you can get a different ending depending on when you go. So, like, I thought there were 3 paths, but, you know, if you have a 4th one, then there's probably a 4th one. Because you did Frederica's first, I imagine?
You have my thanks, Huette.
Frederica, don't you think you ought to make your convictions clear to your companions?
Well, it's common knowledge by now that I'm an Esfrosti of Rosellan descent. I was a lonely child who hated that her hair was a different color from everyone else. But then I joined House Wolford. I met Jerome and witnessed the cruelty that my fellow Roselle suffered at the source. And I learned how brave my mother was, how long and hard she fought for her people's freedom.
Second time with New Game Plus due to special Sereno plan. Yeah, it did not let me do that.
Compared to the horrors they went through, I have lived a life of privilege and comfort. I am
I
proud
must
to be a
have done
Rosellan,
something wrong.
and proud to be a Wolford.
Or not got enough
I wish
points.
to be strong. Strong like my lady mother before me. And I wish to see her dream of freeing our people fulfilled. I understand the difficulties that lie ahead, but hope that I might have you all with me.
We will always be there beside you, Frederica.
My lord, Hyzant's army has sent a message ahead of their forces. It says, the Grand Norzelian Mines must be conferred to the goddess as a divine offering.
An offering? Sounds more like an ultimatum.
Precisely. If we refuse to relinquish the mines, they'll put the Wolford domain to the sword.
Then we've no time to waste. We must make ready to leave at once.
Benedict,
I leave the rest in your hands, Anna.
all these years I have watched you. I may not be able to replace you, but I will do my best.
Loath as I am to burden you with such responsibility, that is heartening.
This ain't the Benedict I know. Come on, where's your usual glower?
You never change.
Huh, I should hope not. Defending House Wolford calls for consistency. And defend Wolford I shall, even in your absence.
I shall hold you to it, both of you.
I'm telling you, we've got it under control.
Your voice hasn't gotten any quieter.
Sorry. Parting ways with a friend always gets me worked up.
Thank you for seeing me off, you two. Farewell.
What of the Hyzantian forces?
They haven't entered the domain yet. If we act now, we could sneak around them and reach the capital.
Focused as they are on seizing the salt crystal deposits, I'd wager their domestic defenses are at a minimum.
If we can get into the capital and have the Roselle and the Source take up arms, we should stand a fair chance of helping them escape.
But Hyzant is wary of Serenoa for keeping the salt crystals from them, despite his position as one of the Saintly Seven.
We'll have to sneak
They may
in,
be
hanging
short-handed,
underneath the covered wagon.
But if they spot him, we'll never make it inside.
We can use the consortium cart to slip our
Yeah.
way into the capital.
The wagon from Claris? You sure we can trust the consortium?
Yes. if only because this benefits both us and him. In exchange, I told him what secrets we learned of Esfrost and Hyzant.
You mean you told him of Dragan's murder and the illicit salt trade? I hope he understands those secrets must never leave his lips.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he understands that he's allowed to talk about him if he really wants to.
He understands. Once people learn of the salt crystals, Norzelia will change, and the Consortium will have a new role to serve. Now that they know, they will be better prepared to negotiate their position. They agreed to help us as a show of gratitude.
You've thought this through. Well done, Anna.
What of our things, Gila?
Stored safely within the cart, of course.
Things? What things?
The explosives we found in the tunnel.
After we've gotten the Roselle to rise up, we'll set sail from the harbor and make for the Folk's Domain, to the Great Falls. To make sure no one follows us, we'll blow up all the other ships in the harbor.
Frederica and I devised the plan ourselves.
A perfect way to make an escape.
Hewitt's like, yeah, I love it!
Wise of you to make for the Folk's Domain. It's distant enough. We'll have plenty of time to hide.
Aye, about as far south as you can get. No better place, if your end goal is Centralia, too.
It's a good plan. We shall do what we can to make sure it succeeds.
Crafty as ever, you Wolforts. I'm glad
Roland's having a good time, you know.
But one problem remains. How do we get the Roselle and the Source to turn against their captors?
Well, I have an idea, Gila. I think if we show up, give them a bottle of water and a stick, that we can convince them.
If we can't win their trust, all this is for naught.
We need some way of persuading them. And quickly, too.
Let me worry about that. I can find the words to convince them. I am my mother's daughter, after all.
All right. I know you'll figure something out, Frederica.
Upon learning of the salt crystal deposits, Hyzant quickly musters her forces. They march upon the Wolfort domain, intent on seizing control of the mine. Serenoa decides to take this as an opportunity to free the Roselle enslaved at the source. But that decision leads to Benedict's departure from House Wolfort. Still grappling with grief over parting ways with their friend, Serenoa and the others make for the Hyzantian capital. There, amidst a land in turmoil, they hope to help the Roselle rise up against their oppressors.
People are anxious about it, and there's a familiar face, so is this gonna be... This should all be new, right? Yeah, okay. Benedict's gonna organize the defense.
You want us to leave the city?
You couldn't have told us this sooner? I've got a family to worry about.
I understand I asked much of you, but a bloody battle is nigh. You must be ready to evacuate if it comes to it.
But where is our lord? Won't he protect us?
Lord Serenoa marches toward an even fiercer conflict than what we face here. He left me to protect the people of Wolfort in his stead. I ask that you trust in our house and do as I bid.
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm gonna burn this place down in 4
Well, I
minutes.
suppose we'll start packing.
Your mastery at matters of war has kept us safe this long. If you say we need to leave, that's what we'll do.
You have my thanks. I've
And
one
my
more thing
axe.
to ask of you. Something I'd like each of you to make.
No, he's telling
Archduke
Sirkris
Ustadon,
to...
we received word from Wolfort. XM's forces have crossed into their domain.
So they know of the salt crystals. Then battle is inevitable. But how will House Wolfort respond?
I should think it obvious they will attack us. Their lord is one of the Saintly Seven, after all.
I am unconvinced of that. Perhaps they will offer us salt crystals to secure our alliance.
Perhaps.
To what end?
History is changing around us as we speak. If Wolford wishes to guide the shape our future takes, he will need all the help he can get. He can choose to submit to Hyzant's tyranny, or work with us to bring freedom to our land.
And join under the tyranny of Esfrost. I mean, the freedom of Esfrost.
Or he might choose to take advantage of the chaos.
That would be freedom too. No, that would be wrong.
You follow in Lady Orlea's footsteps, Frederica? Huh. Somehow I doubt it.
Your pardon, Archduke.
It's nothing. I let my thoughts wander.
Because here, this does very much serve Gustaf's purposes. Because if we free the Rizal and then leave, he, with a superior army, gets to take the mines and be rather happy about it.
Whatever path Wolford chooses, they all lead to war. Ready our forces.
Which is the funny thing about this plan, right? Is by doing this, we're actually weakening Esfrost a lot, because it makes it where Hyzant has to go and fight him. If we're on Hyzant's side, you know, Hyzant doesn't have to fight at all. Esfrost doesn't have to fight. They can just retreat. By freeing the Rizal, Hyzant has to go and attack everybody else on the planet to try to get them back. Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna take a nap. I know it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but I don't care. Because, so, like, our path the first time, right, we went, you know, differently mostly, but we see around here, and then we get to here, and, you know, maybe we needed to go to one of those higher ones, right? Maybe it would have, like, I don't know. But there's clearly more choices to be made, you know. Aha. Alright, so here's our spatial thing, right? Which shows us there's a fourth path. So right here we have path up top, path down low. This is the one we went the first time. This is Frederica's, which means the middle path is Roland's. And then this is probably whatever path you got on, right? Have you thought to leave a letter? Yeah, in War Chronicle, because you can go to the stories to rewatch any of them, right? Everybody's got a couple beginning, middle, and ends, and some people just have beginning and end, right? Just depends. Yeah, the main characters have just beginning and end. And then I guess later on they get bigger ones, but yeah. But yeah, under War Chronicles. And that lets you trace, it'll be lit up when it's on your current run, right? But you can see the way that the arrows go in the past, right? We went down there, and then down there, and then down there, but... Because here, of course, is like, if the people aren't there, the deserted one, you get Travis. If they are there, then you get Trish. But, yeah. So I wonder if doing the Wii Battle messed you up, haven't done any of the run? Possible. definitely possible. Yeah, because maybe it's going to Lord Simon, right? Maybe that's the thing that you're supposed to do for it. Maybe there's a lot of things that you have to do, for all I know. You know, for all I know, there's several that you have to do. Because you said the other day, you came into one of the streams and you said you got Avlora, right? Now that we're talking, I'm assuming you got Avlora on that path. So... you know, perhaps that's the one you've got to try to get to. And, yeah, maybe it's... because maybe that's part of the path that's special. And, because I remember we got Maxwell, like, late, but not, like, that late. But yeah, maybe Avlora is on the special secret path. But, you know, I definitely, I kind of thought we were going to get Avlora, because you were like, you got her? I'm like, maybe we get her in New Game Plus. But now I don't think we're going to get her, because if you had a whole different experience there at the voting thing, then I'm sure you took, you know, probably the best path, and got the secret path, I assume, because we looks like we're going on the regular path, but that's okay. Anyway, that's all I've got right now. I'm gonna eat a snack and go to sleep for a couple hours, then wake up and probably get to trying to take over China a little bit, but I'm not sure. Still having a blast in that campaign, but anyway, that's all for right now. But you know, hey, we got a lot done. That minecart battle was tough. I'm sure there'll be some tough battles to come too, because you said, I think, that there was like some escort sort of thing going on, and I just imagine that an escort mission with this super high damage is going to be a nightmare, especially since we've lost Benedict, which removes our ability to give people invulnerability and higher defense. And, you know, we'll find a way to deal with it. We will try to find a way to deal with it. But anyway, see ya, Ellie. So good hanging out today. And maybe I'll see you later. R Arcade, good to see you, my man. Hope you have a good one. And to anyone who else might be watching in the future, remember, don't trust Roland with anything. Just don't. So it's pretty difficult, even on easy. Well, you know, perhaps we will find a way to make it easy even on hard. Perhaps. Maybe we'll just lose and be like, nope, the game wants you to let him stay there. Anyway, see ya.